I'm a big Deadliest Catch fan. I've been watching ever since the beginning.
I watched a handful of episodes, and it was several years ago, and it was almost too nerve-wracking. when they're they're out there on a boat 100 miles from shore or whatever it is, and some storms coming in, and I'm amazed. I mean, they've only had, I think, one guy die on that show, and it's just amazing that it's only been one.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well,
wow. Yeah. See, I don't have like cable. So like we cut the cord like 3 years ago or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So
been a year for me. YouTube TV, baby.
I do. That's what I got. YouTube TV.
I love it.
I get the locals, ABC and CBS.
Yep.
And all that.
That's exactly what I do. For Father's Day, my brother and I got him some Fire sticks, some HD Fire sticks, and he went over there and got all their passwords. He said that was a chore, man, because they didn't have any clue what their passwords were, and he had to try to get everything on the the one stick, get all their streaming services all organized, and but we got my dad switched over. He cut the cord finally.
Damn.
So, yeah, he's been watching a lot of TV lately.
Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 99. We're almost there, Hazel. Of Guardian Downcast. We're a couple dads that talk about all things in the Destiny universe, and we interview content creators and community members to find out more about them. We're the show that loves to see the charity in our community. I'm your host, the Gatr, and my co-host, Mr. Hazelnut, is here as well. Hey, man. How you been?
Okay. I mean, nothing real. Oh, wait. There was one thing that I found out that was kind of cool. Yeah. So, work was kind of slow this week. So, I was messing around with something on the Xbox where basically you can play games through your phone.
Oh, you found out about the cloud service.
Yeah. This shit is fantastic.
I love it. I'm glad you're loving it, man.
I'm like, okay, so what do I want to do? And I was like trying out a couple things, and I was like, fuck, I'm like, I don't have time for some of this shit. So I ended up just like playing Destiny, and I was just like, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to do some bounties. I was like, I haven't, that's all I have time for.
Wait a minute, what did you just say?
Yeah, I said, I'm going to do some bounties.
Larry, are you hearing this?
Yep.
I heard it. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either. I think
well,
he's bullshitting.
I actually didn't. I picked them up and then I was like, fuck this. I'm like, who has time for this? So I just went in.
What crazy person would just do bounties all day?
Yeah, my God. Yeah, really. Really?
Yeah, that was my question exactly. Maybe we'll find out. But, yeah. So, I mean, that's been pretty much what I've been up to, is messing around with that, work. I submitted my Guardian for the Splicer show.
Oh, that's right. I got to do that.
So we'll see how that whole thing works out. And
you just got to go hashtag Destiny Fashion Show on Twitter? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm going to do it tonight before I go to bed. All right. Well, cool, man.
Yeah, what about you?
Glad you're having a good week, dude. Dude, last time we talked, was getting ready to go on a big fishing trip. My God, what an epic trip. I posted some video in our Discord. I caught 250-pound reef sharks. I didn't bring them in the boat. I just got them up to the boat, petted them on the head, and said, okay, get out of here. I got video of it, so it's provable. My buddy of mine, whose name is Todd also, never fished a day in his life, catches the biggest grouper I've ever seen. It must have been nearing 50 pounds. Just a huge gray grouper. Man, we had such a great trip. I got a little bit of video here and there, but it's just awesome seeing most of them. Not all of my friends could make it, but a lot of my longtime friends, a lot of my poker buddies and golf buddies, we all got together. And what was really cool is we a buddy of ours, we lost in his mid-40s to cancer. And they spread his ashes at it, and they kept the coordinates. It's right out of Ponce Inlet. And I talked to the captain. Of course, I've known the captain for years, Captain Tim. And we stopped and poured one out for good old Mikey. and got a little emotional. But then that was the start of our trip. We headed on out. Conditions were great, other than me getting fried because I forgot to put sunscreen on the second half of the day. I was melting out there. Man, what a memorable trip. Yeah, we're a really great trip, really great time. It's been a good week, man. My son's here. He's been working with me. It's been great to see him, and we've been catching up because he's been in Minnesota for years and years, and it's just been a great week, man. So, as you might have heard, there was another gentleman in this party. And this week, he's a gamer I've known for over 10 years, and I have had the greatest times in Destiny with, I have to admit. He's also the one behind the Rankathon going on now in our Discord community. It's my buddy, LarManKY. Hey, Larry. How you doing, buddy?
I am good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, dude. I've been looking forward to this all week, man. I've been wanting... You can ask Hazel. I've been trying to coax you on this damn show for probably a year now, and you had such a great cause going on, and I just said, what the hell? I'm just out of the blue. I'm just going to ask him one more time. And he agreed to come on. I was like, all right, let's lock this down. I don't want him backing out. So thanks, dude. It was really cool of you to be on the show tonight. We're going to have a great time, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, cool. All right, well, just a quick overview of tonight's show. We first want to know more about Mr. LarManKY, so we're going to have a little question and answer session with him. Next, we're going to test his Twitch reflexes in our 2.0 version of our signature Fast Fire segment we call, the speed run. Then Hazel's going to go over the TWAB for this 5th week of Season of the Splicer. A little different TWAB this week. Finally, we'll answer questions from our community and add 2 songs each to our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. All right, boys, let's do this. Hey, thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or, you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what pics our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or Hazel, just visit our website at GuardianDowncast.com for all the contact information and where else you want to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Don't you or me, man. Anyway, so hey, Guardians, check us out, and later, Guardians.
Toddles.
Hey, that's my line, man.
Well, I'm just going to call you Larry because I've always called you Larry, and I hope you don't mind people knowing your real name, but it's kind of in your gamer tag. So, Larry, well, for those who don't know you so well, give us a little bit of your past. Where you from? Where'd you grow up? The basic stuff.
Basic stuff. I grew up in upstate New York. Near closest city is Binghamton, south of Syracuse. Was there until I went into the Marine Corps. Did 4 years in the Marines.
Thank you for your service.
Went back home. Thank you for saying that.
No, thank you for your sacrifice.
It was a good thing. Something I'm happy I did. I'm proud I did it. But it was, it was a hard 4 years, but it was a good 4 years.
Sure.
So did that, went back home. Eventually moved out to Kentucky. Just northern Kentucky, the very northern part of Kentucky, just across the river from Cincinnati.
Wow, really close to Hazel.
Yes, Hazel's probably, half an hour ride, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
No shit. Really?
Very
cool, dude.
Then I've been out here since I was 98 when I first came out here. I went back home for it's about a 4-year time frame. Mom was sick and had just help her out and
sure
and stay with family and all that. And then I met Brandy back there. Stayed and waited until she was ready to move back out here. And
cool.
I've been back out here for nearly 10 years now.
You have any kids, Larry?
I do. I have 2 sons, Evan and James.
Cool deal.
Nice.
What do you do for a living, man? What pays the bills?
The last several years, I've been doing Uber and Lyft. Been doing the rideshare thing.
Dude, I have a friend of ours. She makes some damn good money doing Uber Eats, man. It's crazy here in Florida. I don't know how it is where you're at, but I guess I mean we talked. You kind of did a lot of the bar scene because a lot of people would imbibe and they needed to ride home, right, safely.
Right. That's exactly it. It's now I haven't driven since COVID started, so it's been over a year. It was March of last year.
Yeah, you probably took
driving.
You probably took a big hit.
Not willing to take the chance. Yeah, not willing to take the chance of getting sick. But it was, so everything I talk about is, my examples are before then. It's all the big events when you have concerts or ball games. We got the Reds and the Bengals.
Yep.
UC's right nearby.
Very
We've
nice.
even got FC Cincinnati's MSL soccer. There's several different concert venues, and then they have there's a couple of convention centers. So corporations have big events. So it's those big event type things. If you get 15,000 people all requesting a ride at the same time because the game just ended,
right.
And there's 500 drivers.
Wow.
It's all supply and demand.
Sure.
Right? So when the supply of drivers doesn't meet the demand of the riders, then the price goes up.
Right.
So as long as you're willing to go out and drive during those times,
right,
or Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights when the bars start closing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're willing to do that, you make more money that way.
All right.
You can't make a living doing it, Monday through Friday from 8:30 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. It's not going to work.
Right. And
but if you're willing to do the events, I always tell people, when everybody else is going out to have fun is when you need to be in the car driving.
Makes sense. Plus that's a good service, man. People aren't drinking and driving. That's a great service to be able to just call someone to bring you home. I was just curious. I know, Hazel, you were going to ask him something next, but have you had any accidents in your car? You know what I mean?
I have.
Oh, yeah. How do you deal with that, dude? Just mop?
Well, I've got what are they called? Rhino liner? Is that what they're called? The floor liner?
Oh,
things?
yeah. Wait a minute now. My wife was going to get me this for my Father's Day, maybe. She doesn't know. I know that, but it was like, what's it called? It's like custom fit to your car. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yep.
Oh man, I've heard it.
Yep. So
WeatherTech or something. So they're great.
WeatherTech. There you go. Rhino liner. That's bed liners.
Yeah.
WeatherTech.
Close enough.
So in 2 of the examples, everything was 90% of everything was contained on the floor mat thing. So that was super easy to clean up. But I did have one scenario that was not good. So there I am it was a Saturday night, about 1:00, and there I am under a light in a parking lot of a car wash, scrubbing, and of course my night was. Now I keep one thing. I even before I took my very first ride, I thought to myself, I'm going to have a supply kit. So I got the rubber gloves, I've got the sprays, I've got the brushes, the paper towels and hand towels. I've got everything in the car, in the trunk of the car. Luckily I did, because I was able to.
Make sure you write that stuff off.
Now I still, you take pictures and you send the pictures in and you file a claim and you get a cleaning fee. But
gotcha.
I wasn't, I had 2 more hours of the best earning hours of the week left that I wasn't able to do. So it's
Febreze?
But
Is that the secret?
Febreze.
I'm just trying to figure out people like people like who was in here last?
Yeah, that's the other side to it is I know that, you know, if I was getting in somebody else's car, that's one of the things,
right,
you know, I'm thinking about is, you know, how clean do they actually keep the car? So I do a very good job of
it's probably
keeping it.
Yeah, it's reflected in your rating. I'm sure
keeping it as fresh as possible, and
cool.
Yeah, but you know, there's some things you can't.
Yeah,
you can't
sure.
hide. you just, you know, I bagged it in for the night, and even the next day, I didn't go out driving because it was, you know, I just left the windows open on the car and let it air out.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah. Well, hey, I got a question. So, what is your rating on Uber or Lyft?
Uber.
Or what was your rating, I guess?
Uber is a 4.89.
Damn.
That's pretty damn good.
And Lyft is a straight even 5.
Okay. So what did you do to get that? Or keep that up?
Well, eventually you learn that you have to get, maybe this is one of those driver secrets I shouldn't tell, but eventually you get to a point where if you drive up to pick somebody up and it's 4 people and they come walking out of the house and they're carrying the red Solo cups and they're already kind of drunk and they want to get in the car with their drinks and, you know, tell them no. You know, nicely, folks, you know, I'm sorry, but I can't let you bring the drinks into the car, number one, because it could easily spill, and number two, it's against the law to have, you know, an open container of alcohol in the car. If they are absolutely 100% cool, no problem. But the moment they give you any kind of grief or gruff,
drop it.
Just cancel the ride. Just tell them, I'm sorry, I'm not giving you a ride.
Makes sense, dude.
Because that person, even if they agree, even if they say, you know, okay, everything's cool, that's fine, there's a real good chance they're going to 1-star you at the end of the ride. So you kind of gotta, you know, and in my mind, if they're willing to, if they want me, or the one that really gets me is people with kids in no car seats.
Yeah.
They want to get in my car and have, you know, and just hold their infant child in their lap. You know, no, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to take on the guilt. If there's an accident, whether it's my fault or not, I'm not going to take the guilt of injury to your child.
Yeah.
Nor am I going to face the criminal or liability issues with it either. You know, same kind of. Sometimes people will ask you to break the law, put yourself at risk to make their life easier, and I just can't. I'm just not willing to do it. So I end up turning down and not taking a lot of rides, and I'm sure it costs me money at times, but
yeah, but
it beats the alternative.
I learned something a long time ago, Larry. Sometimes the best customers are the ones you never take.
Yes,
it's very true, dude. Some of them are just not worth it.
Somebody's walking out to the car. You made the comment earlier about how it's good to provide a service taking somebody home who's been out drinking, and I agree. And in the situation where somebody goes out and they have a good time and they have some drinks, you know, and they're feeling good, no problem. But if you can barely walk, get into my car, if your buddy has to help get you to the car, You're not getting in my car.
Sounds like you've learned from experience.
Oh yeah, remember that story that I just told you about cleaning up?
yeah.
It's a good experience. Is a good teacher.
I have a feeling a lot of the younger people out there who go and party, they probably know the Uber. They probably do a lot of Uber rides, and they probably know the protocols, I would guess. But the ones that have just tried it, or maybe they have bad ratings, because the people who order the rides actually have a rating too, right?
Yeah,
you can kind of look at that before you decide to take it.
Correct.
I don't use Uber, but I've heard how it works. But my wife got hit by one. Does that count? No, but no, sorry. I realized that they actually carry Uber. If you have the app on, Uber actually covers your car insurance too, while the app is on. Because the gentleman, when he hit my wife's car, we had to go through an Uber insurance company, and just word to the wise: if an Uber hits you while he has his app open, like he's looking around, and he goes in the other lane and hits your car, like what happened to my wife's, it is a pain in the ass getting that claim. No offense to you, Larry. I'm sure you've had to deal with it, but I don't know what company they use to mass cover all these Uber drivers, but it is atrocious, dude. You go to the Yelps out there or whatever rating services, and you'll get a lot of people talk about it. But,
and from the driver's side of that, it's the last I remember checking it was a $2,500 deductible as the driver. So if it's the driver's fault, you've got a $2,500 deductible.
Yeah, I felt bad for the guy. He was an older gentleman, and he just had a little little Ford Ranger, extended cab or 4-door, whatever you call it, and he admitted it to the trooper. Hey, I'm sorry, it was my fault. And my wife was traumatized because she's driving home from work and she gets rammed off the road, literally. And that's scary, man. He just didn't know where he was going. He was looking at his app, trying to figure out where to go, I'm sure, and didn't see her. She was probably in his blind spot, and it was an older truck. So it happens, dude. That's part of being in Florida. Welcome to Florida. That's what you got to deal with.
Well, Florida, I mean, y'all drive fucking stupid anyway.
My future daughter-in-law says, oh my God, what is up with your drivers down here? Minnesota is nothing like this. I'm like, I know. We have so many. The thing with Florida is we have so many different kinds of drivers. Whereas most communities, rural or even urban communities further up north, they've lived there. They know how everyone drives. At least they're all in it together. Where Florida, it's like everyone is out for themselves. And anyway, that's another divergent topic I will not go down.
Well, let me get back on track with the questions.
Please do.
So, there we are. So, sir, what was your earliest moment in gaming?
The earliest, I have an older brother who got a Pong.
Nice.
From the Radio Shack, I think it was. I think Pong. I mean, that was
it like a
first gaming thing,
like a Tandy computer Pong game or something, or was it some kind of console?
It was a console. You
it had the paddles.
TV. Yep, it had a paddle, and all it had was a one button and a lever that went up and down. I mean, because all you were doing was moving the little tennis-looking thing up and down on the screen. That's all it was. One direction, up and down. But my first real getting, and eventually several years later, we got the Atari first, I don't remember what it was called, but the first Atari system came out. Had one of those. Played some. But it wasn't until I'm going to say Modern Warfare 2. Whatever.
PlayStation.
12 years ago. It's the first online game that I played.
That'd be PlayStation 2 probably, right?
Yep. I think that was a PlayStation 2. And that was, In it, I did a ton of free for all, and then it was Black Ops, the original
Yeah.
Black Ops 1 came out, and that's when I hooked up with Todd and
Yep.
Gatr here. Hooked up with
That's
him,
when it
and
all started.
a whole bunch of other guys. Warcry.
I'm so sorry for you. Your life has never changed since then.
Come on, man.
It's funny. We all, I give Gatr a hard time all the time. But there have been some good moments.
Oh, there's been a lot of good times, man. And a lot of our brethren have fallen out that we used to be all gaming on the same nights. But there's stragglers. There's stragglers out there like Craig, Craig and Ron, Warcry, you and me.
Daryl will pop up every once in a while.
Claude, yep. He's still out there. I see him every now and then. Sometimes I see Kim, but not many of the guys left. A lot of them have fallen out into other areas of doing other things in their life. So it's good to have at least some old friends still around. We can all curse and complain about Crucible. So okay,
that's where I started, and from there it was, Call of Duty for a couple more years, Modern Warfare 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Every night, man. Every night.
Borderlands. Oh yeah. I mean, that was back in the day. They came out with, it was a clan thing called
Clan Wars.
And Clan Wars on the weekends.
Yes.
And you could have 100 people in your clan.
Yep.
We filled that up
in no time.
We
had 500 people in our forum.
Yeah.
The Adult Gaming Alliance.
I was juggling that, trying to play the game and juggle that and keep, make sure everybody was happy.
Yeah, you were an admin, weren't you, in the AG?
Yeah. So it was tough. Somebody wouldn't have play, because every weekend they had Clan Wars.
Right.
So
it was like all hands on deck, man. It's like, I don't care what you like to play. It's Clan Wars time. Let's go. Join up.
And we'd have 4, 5, 6 man teams playing. And
oh yeah,
you'd end up with somebody who, life happens. And, if you're not going to be around for a month, and back out of the clan, and when things change and you're good again,
join back up.
I'll put you right back in.
Yeah. But this very topic split it destroyed our forum. People just fell apart. Everyone, it polarized our clan, and everyone with it kind of just didn't want to hear about it anymore, and we all just dissolved and went away. And that leads to my next question. How did you switch over to Destiny? What brought you to Destiny, Larry?
I started Destiny from the very, very beginning, from the alpha, all the way back. Now, gosh, it's so long ago. I think I played Modern Warfare 3, then I played Borderlands 2 for a while.
Great game.
And then Destiny came out.
Oh, you were juggling all three, weren't you?
And well, no, I wasn't playing. I'm no good at that, Todd. I'm no good at.
I can't either.
I'm a one game guy.
Yeah,
I can't.
Me and you are talking the same script. I hear you, man.
I can't. Like Battlefield's coming out, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out.
And,
I'm gonna figure it out.
I know you're gonna play it.
Yeah.
And part of me wants to try it, but I just, whether it's the muscle memory or whatever it is, I only play Titans because I can't go from Titan to Warlock to Hunter. So much less from game to game. But Destiny came out, and I don't know. I dipped my toe into Borderlands 3 when it first came out for a little bit, but Destiny just essentially Destiny is the game I've been playing since it first came out. And now I don't recall exactly. Likely it was, some YouTuber or somebody mentioned it, and I probably, clicked on a link somewhere, and it's probably where I saw it.
Well, follow-up question to that. So did you play, like, did you know that Gatr was on Destiny when you joined, or?
Didn't a few of us branch off and started playing Destiny while AGA was still going on? I could have sworn we did. Or was that after the fact? I can't remember.
No, that's actually, you are correct. Because it was, yeah, no, you're right. Because Pidley.
Yeah.
Jason.
He's in our clan.
He was playing, yeah. I think it was you and me and Pidley and Kim and Daryl. I think there was a whole group of us that started playing right from the get-go.
It was just new, though. It was just at the tail end of AGA. If I remember correctly, it's hard for me to get my dates correct. Past is so hard to remember correctly. Get old.
No, I was just curious. I mean, I wasn't sure if you like browbeat people into going like, you need to play Destiny. You need to play Destiny. I'm going to send Fat Tony over.
No, I have convinced over the course of time. I've got a real good friend, Rob, who it's funny. Him and I go. One of us will see a game that we want to play, and we'll be like, "Hey, man, I want to play this. You got to play it with me." And the other one just won't like it. And so, we're playing two separate games for another 6 months, and then a game will come out, and we'll try to convince the other guy to. And we did that probably 3 or 4 times, where one or the either of us spent $60 that we really didn't want to spend, but we bought the game in the hope that we would find a game that we both mutually enjoy playing, and it just hasn't clicked yet.
Yeah, not a Destiny fan.
He's back. He's playing it some now.
Yeah.
But he's far behind. Of course, I think his lights, the power level is, 1270 or something. He's got a ways to go. He's trying to catch up, but he's got a girlfriend and he's working and, that kind of thing. So he doesn't put a whole bunch of time into it. I'm hoping he'll get there and we can do the big stuff, the Grandmasters and all that together.
Now, tell me if you agree with this theory, Larry and Hazel. As you get older, you just kind of like your routines. You come home, you do stuff with the kids, your wife, go out to eat, get dinner, whatever, watch your show together, and then you jump on and you just have your routine of what you do every night, whether it's video games or watching shows or whatever. Does that make sense, or are you guys totally different?
I know what you're saying. I hear you. I know what you're saying. I agree with you.
It's just as you get older, routine is comforting to me.
Oh, yeah, routine's comforting to anyone. I mean,
but as you get older,
also,
it seems more, I don't know, man. It limits you a little bit. You don't want to try new things because, Battlefield, I have history of Battlefield because I know what I'm getting into there, but someone wants me to go play Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm like, it sounds good, it looks gorgeous, but I got to learn a new game. Nah, I'm good. That's my kind of my attitude.
And that's the thing is that, to me, routine is the death of innovation.
I agree with that. It's like, I admit it, it's limiting. But
to each your own, hey, if you like one game and you like it, then, you do you, boo-boo, know?
Play what you play, play what you want to play, don't apologize, right, Mr. Nips?
I don't think that's exactly how the phrase goes, but sure.
I'm paraphrasing. It's a visual bit. I'm using my hands. Yeah, I'm running. Shit. Next question.
All right. So, is it me, I believe?
Yeah, I think we're in...
I know.
Yeah, I think we're on... Yeah.
Okay. So, I've got a new question.
Go for it.
So, I'm sorry to spring this on you, but I think it's a good question. Why do you game?
I game, and you got to listen to the whole explanation first.
Okay.
If I have buddies, and me and my buddies like to go out to the bar and eat food and drink beers and talk to the people that are there, number one, I'm spending $40, $50, $60 a night to go out to the bar with my buddies. Or I can spend $60. Now I understand there's the cost of the unit and controllers and headsets and all that stuff too, but or I can spend $60, buy a game. Well, let me change that number. Make it $100 and buy an entire year worth of Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I've got, who knows what the number is? 1,000, 2,000 hours.
Yeah.
Whatever the number is of playing for $100.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at home. I can't get in trouble. I can't get in a fight. I can't flirt with somebody that I shouldn't flirt with. I can't, I
get arrested looking at your war cry.
Yeah. I'm safe and sound. I'm in my own home.
Yeah.
Really, I'm saving money. And, thanks to things like Guardian Downcast, I've got a group of people that I can team up with and play the game and talk to on my headset, and I'm still having a good time.
Good.
And it's risk free.
Well, let me direct that question to you, Hazel. Why do you game?
Oh shit. I don't know. I think it depends on the day. I'm serious. I mean, some days, like if work is just a pain in the ass, then I mean, there's nothing I like better than going around and punching a damn alien in the face.
Yeah.
So, I mean, aside from that, it's just mindless for me most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that way I can, do something mindless. I can, just do whatever is out there, just see where the time takes me and what I feel like getting into.
Right. Yeah.
What about you?
2 parts. Number one, the number one reason I game is escapism. Bills, kids needing money, mortgage, hot outside, dead tired, life. It's escape from life. It's a 2 or 3 hour block where I can turn my mind off, not worry about what's coming up in the world, what's got to be done tomorrow at work, and I just turn it right off like a switch and just enjoy my time. And secondly, it's friends. I love busting Warcry's balls and giving him shit for being old and too slow in the Crucible and how I'm so much more better player than he is and things like that. I'm hoping to get a response.
Oh, I'm sure you're getting one.
Oh, I'm sure I'm getting one. Yeah. He's probably flipping me off right now. No, I mean, those are the 2 reasons I game. It's like, same reason I watch a show. It's entertainment. It's just to just turn things off for a bit and not worry about anything. I can be sick as a dog and play Destiny and I feel great. I forget I'm sick. That's how great. That's how strong gaming is. It dulls your pains. It actually makes you feel better even though you're sick. It's just I like
about that.
It works for me. I'm telling you, I don't think it's a. Anyway, that's the reason I came. So,
Okay.
yeah, good question though. I added that to our signature question list.
Yeah,
it's a
nice.
good question. Yeah. Well, Larry, let me ask you this, buddy. Get into some more guest-specific questions here because we have questions. We hope you have answers. How did you find out about the Adult Gaming Alliance? How did you find out about it initially? I mean, we talked a little bit about Clan Wars and all that stuff, but how did you initially find out about the Adult Gaming Alliance?
Well, I first found out about OFC.
Mm-hmm. Which is?
Over 40 Clan.
Right.
Over 40 Clan. And that was just by... that was a Google search, or whatever it was called at the time.
Nice.
That was just going on the internet and, gaming for older people, or I don't know, whatever it was.
Right.
And, I wasn't 40, but I was, 37 or 38 or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first entrance. And then was shortly after at, I think it was Craig and maybe Jeff.
Yeah, Craig is Jughead, and Jeff is Warcry.
Yeah. Yep. And who's Fort Momisa?
That's Craig. That's Craig also.
Okay.
That was his Xbox name at the time.
Okay. I think it was them that, if I recall, something happened in OFC. Something happened. There was I remember there was some division between, it was started by guys who played on, what's the other gaming system?
Oh, yeah, I remember. They were playing Call of Duty on the Wii.
On the Wii.
Oh,
yes,
my God.
They were the ones, somehow they started the whole thing, I think, even, prior, but then there was a female gamer and something went wrong.
I remember
and
this. Yeah.
I never knew the exact details. And enough people were on her side that we all left. And I believe that's how the AGA got started.
I think that's right.
Finding AGA was the branch off of OFC, leaving OFC with a whole group of other people and AGA getting going.
Any
you know what? And Warcry was there at the beginning.
Yeah, he was one of the admins. I remember he was running the site. He was trying to keep it going after the Clan Wars. Yeah.
He jacked up that site so many times.
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
Don't anybody blame me for not knowing my technology. He learned it the hard way as well.
Yeah.
He probably alt what is it? Alt
F4.
Alt F4 a few things, I'm sure, in his life. Yeah. Well, before Hazel asks your next question, I was just curious, you have any specific memories of AGA that you wanted to share? Anything you remember from back in the day, a funny story or anything? I mean, there were a lot of great times. There were a lot of great moments.
Yeah. The big thing about it all to me was, and it wasn't a small number of people. It was 20, 25, 30 people who, not every single night. Well, for some of us, it was every single night, but at any point in time, you could turn on your system, go into the game, and it was always Call of Duty. And there were always 2 or 3 teams of 6 playing together. And on weekends, it would be 4 or 5 teams of 6 playing together. And we we all got to know each other's. I mean, we would call out. There'd be a specific map and different spots on that map. Like everybody knew what area we wanted to control, and spots would be called Daryl's spot or Mike's spot or Shane's spot. Right. So if Shane wasn't there, somebody would say, okay, well, I'll take Shane's spot.
Right.
And you knew where you're going. And we had all the lines of fire and, all the avenues covered. And it was, and we would control an area of the map. A lot of times it was hardcore team deathmatch. Mm-hmm. And the other team would be expecting us to run around crazy like most Call of Duty players do.
Exactly.
And they would just keep running into us and running into us and running into us. And I don't remember who it was. Somebody in the clan went over 100 games in a row.
Belvedere.
Without a loss.
Belvedere. It was Belvedere. Okay. God rest his soul. Yep. Died of lung cancer several years ago. Yep.
Belvy.
The old Belvy.
Now part of that is making sure you're playing in the right group or whatever.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I mean, we just never lost. It was...
we would frustrate so many, even other 6 or other, 8 stacks, whatever it was in Call of Duty. We would frustrate the hell out of these teams, and Belvy always seemed to get all the hate mail. He always seemed to attract all the hate mail, but man, those were great times. I mean, you got with the right team. We were tactical. We had all the call outs. I mean, it was frustrating if you were wanting to run around and run and gun, Yeah, good times. We had,
do you remember Tony from England, Highlander?
Yeah. You know what? He messages me every now and then, wishing Merry Christmas. I think he did that last time.
Same thing. Probably 3 or 4 times a year. Mm-hmm. Either I'll jump in on him or he'll jump in on me. Whatever. Right. We'll chit chat for a little bit.
Right.
There was a match we were playing Domination, and Tony's. So of course, Domination. The idea is to get 2 flags, hold those 2 flags,
control the spawn,
match, right?
Yeah, control the spawn.
Well, Tony wasn't at the time a real good PvP player. Mm-hmm. The thing he could do the best was capture flags.
Yeah, that's right.
So we would capture 2 flags.
I know where you're going.
And he'd start flanking around to go capture the 3rd flag. And we would go from, I'm laughing, I'm crying, I'm trying not to laugh too hard. He'd be flanking, he'd be controlling the 2 flags, and all of a sudden, I'm not going to say his name, you know who I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about, yeah.
Who the is back by C flag?
Totally messing up the spawns. Hey, you feel my pain and control now.
But he's he's playing the game he wants to. He's playing the game the way he wants to play the game, and
exactly.
And just because it doesn't match how you want to play the game doesn't mean he's wrong. Just
right.
And that was.
We had a fearless leader who, let's just say, he directed traffic a lot of times, and he was very stern about people not listening. He was in the Army, so he was used to regulations, and how a lot of people in the Army are. It's all about regulations and to the letter, and no offense to Army, to people in the Army out there. I have family that's in the military. I understand how it is. And he was so stern. If people, and I hated it because I hated sitting there too. I hated sitting there watching sight lines. It got boring after a while because the teams would finally just be a stalemate. But yeah, poor Tony. He just wanted to play, man. Yeah. Good memories, man.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, Hazel. You're probably thinking, who the fuck are these guys talking about?
No. This is fun, though. I mean, because, we've all had moments like that,
Yeah.
We all have had those moments where it's like, we're in a raid or something like that, and there's all this like drama and story going on, and people are like, oh, well, this person did this, and it's just, it's just gaming,
You know what's funny is I still have memories, Larry. I still have memories of those games we played in Call of Duty. I still remember the parts of the map that I covered. It was so ingrained in my brain. Every now and then I just get a flash memory of, chicken coops. Okay, yep. If you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, great memory, man. You got a better memory than me.
Same kind of thing. I can't remember the name of the maps. Hell, I don't even know the name of the maps in Destiny today.
Yeah.
But same thing. I can remember
the features of each map because we played it so much.
M60, I think it was, like machine gun, and and camp. It was like a peak of this, like the high ground, and everybody just.
Yeah,
we all played together so often, and
dysfunctional.
Necessarily,
yeah.
There you go. I was just going to say,
dysfunctional family.
We didn't always get along all the time,
right?
But in the end, the friendships. Yeah, then I think of things like, I remember stories how it was Kim and Daryl. Seems like there was somebody else went down to Florida with you to visit you.
We had an Aero Life meeting. Yeah, it was like a boys' weekend. It was me. No, it was me, Kim, and Daryl. And we started off by getting lunch. Daryl lived on the West Coast at the time, and he just drove up. But Kim flew in from Minnesota, and he slept on my sofa. I trusted him that much. And my whole family in my house. He slept on my sofa a couple nights because his hotel room wasn't ready yet. And we took walks together and did a lot of talking. Man, it was a great weekend, man. I hope we can do that again with our community. Sorry. The dog's got the sofa now. You guys can't have it, but no, I can't wait for, and I realize that Guardian Con or GCX, whatever it's called, is virtual this year. I hope next year it gets back to normal because I really do want to meet a bunch of the guys again. And we went and saw the Star Trek movie that was going on back then. We went offshore fishing, just like I did this last weekend, and we just had a great time, great weekend. Never forget it. So, that's what gaming is. It's all about friendship, and these friendships, you think they're superficial, and it's part of the reason why I love interviewing people in our community because I want to know more about them. A lot of these guys are probably a lot like we are, and gals. And I wanted to congratulate Kitty.
Yeah, she's engaged.
Kitty's engaged. So congrats, Kitty. Ooh. I just wonder. I've just gained my mind. She messaged me about it. Congrats, Kitty Fails.
Yep, she's going to stream it too.
Yes, that's going to be so cool. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. So, sorry. Lots of tangents tonight. My bad.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but she's nearly past you in the rankings, isn't she?
What rankings?
Who hasn't passed Gatr at this point?
I'm clinging to top 10. I'm clinging on to season top 10 in the rankings. I'm trying to have clawing, man. Mr. Monkey just blew past me my fishing weekend. He's like, oh yeah, this is the week. I'm gonna get way ahead of him, and he's like 20 levels ahead of me now. So, But
I loved how you were like, I'm trying to keep up with Zaniac, and I'm gonna forget beat him and everything else. And
Zaniac just took off. Everyone just took off. I'm like, I gotta quit talking shit because everyone's just playing harder now. But yeah, it's no, I'm still clawing, man. I'm number 7 out of 10 in our Discord. I'm not quite as high in some of the other Discords, but yeah, there's some dedicated players out there, man.
Yep, there definitely are.
Dedicated is one word.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of that dedication, so it's no big secret you're doing this contest kind of thing here. So in that time, so far that you've been playing, what do you love and what do you hate about Destiny? As somebody who's put in just, like a couple 100 hours.
Yeah.
Today.
I think
there's only 24 hours in a day, Hazel.
I'm aware.
You can think with Destiny, you can be the most casual and have fun, or you can be the most extreme hardcore and have fun, or you can be any place in the middle. Meaning, doing things like bounties you can go in and just pick up a bunch of bounties and run a bunch of patrols and whatever, and it's simple, it's self-explanatory, it's easy, and it's stress-free. Or you can go the other extreme, and you can, whether it be raids or Master Nightfalls, and in my mind, Master Nightfalls I think are more difficult than raids. You can go that route, and you can, have to worry about, who you're playing with and what class you're using and what armor and mods and guns, and you can dive deep into setting up builds on it. So you can just be easygoing, or if you just want to have a chill day, you can do that. But then the next day, you can go hardcore at it, which, there's, a game like, there's a lot of games where you're either, if you're not all in on that game,
right,
you're not going to succeed.
Clan Wars.
Or you're not going to have any fun. But Destiny, you can go either way. So I think that's one of the things I really like about the game. I can have a day where I just do bounties, stress-free, easy, and even, and then at nighttime I can jump into a group and we can do a raid or Master Nightfall, something like that takes a little more, concentration and so forth.
And the other side of the question?
Something that I don't like about the game.
Or what would you change about it if you could?
Gambit.
Hush your mouth.
Gambit's not bad nowadays.
It's a fun game.
No, it's better than it's. I'm probably on the really short end on this comment. I kind of liked the old Gambit, where matches took longer. I mean, at this point, as it sits now, if you go in with a team of 4, and you've got a couple Thunder Crash Titans, and you've got the right swords, you can melt the boss, in a minute and a half. Whereas, back before the changes, it took a little more time. It was so that it built up the pressure or the suspense or the anticipation, whatever it is. And then, of course, and then if you won the match, that was great. If you lost, man, you were pissed. But it was, so I like Gambit. And I think I liked the old version better than I do the new version. So I'm sure I'm in the minority on that, but.
I'm there with you. I enjoy Gambit because I get my PvP craving and also, just kill stuff, in PvE. It's a good blend, I think. And it's a really fun game. I mean, if you really get into the nitty gritty of how to play it, it really does have its strategy. Like how to even cut down
strategy.
Yeah, like even how to cut down the boss quick, things like that. So, but it's not a popular opinion, but I'm with you, Larry. But would there be anything you would change about it? Or are you good with it?
You know what I would change is, and it's picky, it's small. It would be
Wait a minute.
number.
You're gonna say freelance solo strikes?
Shit.
Ooh, you know what? That would be another. That would be right at the top. Actually, that's.
See?
Yeah.
What should he pay you to say that?
No, that's. Well, okay, that's. All right. So, Lake of Shadows in the EDZ is where I go to do my strike bounties. Now, of course, I kind of pile bounties on top of bounties, right? So I'm doing my gunsmith bounties while I'm doing my strike bounties, and I'm getting some of the new ones.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I'm getting many bounties done at the same time. My EDZ bounties. I'm getting them all done at the same time. If you log into the Lake of Shadows, it's gotta be about 3/4 of the time. Let me rephrase it. Let me say it the other way. About 1 out of every 4 times that you log into Lake of Shadows.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Will somebody end up going to actually do the strike?
Right.
It's like become a common thing that people just know that if you're doing Lake of Shadows, the reason you're there is to do your bounties, do the lost sectors, and rarely, 1 out of every 4 times, does somebody actually progress forward into the strike.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they do that and they die and they suck everybody in there with them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
and
annoying as hell.
It is annoying, but that's, if you really think about it, we're the ones that are not doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Well,
so,
we're doing something we're not supposed to be doing because
Gatr.
sorry.
I'm with you. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And if they gave me now, let me finish that thought. So if that happens, if they die and you get sucked in, basically I'd look to see what their season pass level is. And if it's low, if it's 10 or 20, then then I'll stay and I'll run through the strike with them. If they're 150, screw them.
Yeah.
I either go to orbit, or if you're right at the beginning there, I just turn around and run back.
I've done it a few times, but they end up dying like so many times.
Yeah, I know. But it's such a good spot to get your stuff done. I mean, you can do EDZ, gunsmith, strikes. You got the lost sectors right there, so sometimes you get the nightmare hunt.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The nightmare hunt bounty that's got lost
true.
sector nightmares and lost sectors. And then you get the enemies moving towards each other. So, because a lot of times you'll have either kill Fallen or kill Cabal, the enemies moving against each other. That's just it's just a great spot to get all that stuff done at the same time. So here's a trick, and they took it away, and on nightmare hunts, those bounties, they're not that they're impossible, but they're nearly impossible to get done. If you actually run, if you just log in to the regular level, so the depth or whatever it's called, nightmare hunt. The other two people that you're with are just going to kill everything so quickly. You're never going to you don't have time to do precision shots.
Exactly.
Or finishers or even grenades. I mean, you can't. So the solution on those is you just bump it up to the 3rd level where there's no matchmaking.
Right.
Go into the Nightmare Hunt, but then don't do the Nightmare Hunt. Turn around and run, Archer's Line or whatever it's called. You go to whatever areas, and you can do your moon bounties.
Right.
And your Nightmare Hunt bounties there. Now, the enemies are a little more difficult to kill, but at least you have a chance.
The hoops we have to jump through just to play by ourselves.
Yes, I'm going to tell you a secret. Don't tell anybody else.
Yes.
There is a way you can go into your PlayStation 5 settings, and you can set the date forward to a couple of days, and then go back into it and enter into a strike or a Nightmare Hunt or whatever you'd like, and it will not matchmake you with anyone.
I've tried that a few times, and oddly enough, I've still matched with people. Only because
you have to get out. You have to kind of log out of the game and log back in.
Oh, maybe I didn't do that.
Yep, that's what it is.
Okay.
I did it once, and I felt guilty enough that I was cheating the system. But I really wish I really do wish that they had a solo strikes.
Just a firewalled one, just like they do with the Infinite Forest, right? You could firewall it and run it yourself and get all those bounties done that you needed to get done. Yep. Or if you feel like being sociable, you can get match made and everyone run it. Just give us the choice. That's all I'm asking.
I guess the only point of view to it would be that they're forcing you to play with other people.
It's like your mother bringing you to the school dance, putting your hand in another girl's hand and saying, "Okay, go dance." I don't want to dance with this girl. I don't know.
Is she hot?
Doesn't matter.
But it's not even your. But it's not even your school that she took.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
You guys aren't even asking the right questions. Maybe I'm getting hung up on the semantics here, but I mean,
no.
Maybe this is just a bad simile, but I mean, I'd like to dig into this more personally.
Oh God, that's what I feel like though.
Girls at the dance, or
yeah,
no, I feel like it's my mother telling me how I should play the game. Bungie, let us play the game the way we want. I know it's a sociable game, and there'll be times, at night when we want to do stuff. I love playing Iron Banner with the gang. I played with Nolsey and a bunch of the guys on PC last night ran a Vault of Glass. They needed one. I'm like, I'm done with my script. Let's go. And had a great time. But there's times when you just want to get bounties done, or you want to get something done, or you just want to tune out and just kill stuff. And that's when it's good to have that.
It is frustrating to go into a strike, and I mean, it's a race. All it is, if you want to get any kills, if you want to try to get, any bounties accomplished, if you want any credit or whatever it is from doing that strike, it's a race. You have to just push forward as quickly as you can. And same thing with this new 6-man event that they have now.
Yeah.
The same kind of scenario. You can, and the bounties give you credit for doing them in that activity.
You still have to fight for your kills.
You rarely get a chance to actually accomplish what you're supposed to be doing.
I know. I hear you. I mean, if you're going to give us bounties, give us group bounties. Give us, as a fire team, get precision kills. Yeah. As a fire team, get grenade kills. All right. Hazel is so tired of me talking about this. He's been so quiet tonight. I applaud him because he's had enough of me talking about freelance solo strikes and freelance stuff.
Thing is, though, man, is like the reason why Bungie will never give us those fire team bounties back is because of the people that will just sit at the spawn and just not do anything.
There's the farmers. I get it.
Are you willing to put up with that? Are you going to complain about that?
Or make it so whatever bounties,
make it proximity based.
You only get the bounties are only completed if you're in the room when the boss is killed.
Right.
Well, it pulls you. So
okay, you need to actively participate, whether it's, some amount of damage, something. It's
real simple. And you just give them you like the tower now. If you sit still in the tower for more than like 5 minutes, they boot you back out. I'm like, sorry guys, I got to rejoin you. I must have been doing something else, or you guys were doing something in the tower. Same thing in a strike. If you're sitting still for more than 5 minutes, you're not even playing. The whole damn game's 10 minutes long, and you're sitting there for 5 minutes, not moving. You get booted.
I had a Crucible match the other day in Rumble. And which I never play it. The only time I ever play it is when there's a bounty. And the only reason I do is because you'll play one match of Rumble,
right,
and you get a bounty completed.
Right.
And I log in with the full intention of, best effort. I'm going to participate in this match. Mm-hmm. I hadn't come close to killing anybody, and I had died, I don't even know, 10, 12, 14 times. I mean, it was, the guys you're playing against, they know the spawn points, they know.
Yeah.
But I was just getting crushed.
A lot of your higher tier Crucible players warm up by playing free for all.
Okay, yeah. Well, they were all playing against me, and they were and they were crushing me. So after, however long that took, I pick up my phone and I go onto the app and I start downloading, or looking to see which bounties I can download,
mm-hmm.
Which pursuits on which characters, whatever.
Right.
It wasn't, I don't think it was not more than a minute. I don't think. And it kicked me to orbit for inactivity.
That's good. They need to do that in strikes, and that fixes the problem.
Which is good. And at first I was like, what the hell?
A minute's tough.
And then I thought, well, you know what? That makes sense. It makes sense to do that.
Yeah.
So it was my own damn fault. So then I went back into the second match, same thing, trying and just getting crushed. I did get a couple kills on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, again, my own fault to give up and not participate anyway. But you're talking about I never understood the whole AFK farming kind of stuff.
Oh, like, the vault, the forges.
Like in the forges and that
mm-hmm.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Least amount of effort, most amount of benefit. That's a gamer, man. We're always trying to game the system. What?
But I think also part of it is that, pure and simply, that Bungie wants us to play a certain way.
Yeah, I get that to a point. But don't make me hold the girl's hand and go dance with her, because I don't want to dance with her.
But that's the thing, though, is that, so if you don't want to dance with her, then just tell your mom.
I just want to sit in the corner and listen to the music, okay, Hazel? Is there anything wrong with that?
Depends on the music. If it's prog rock, then yes. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's just that's the reason why people AFK farm, is because people get sick of being told what to do, especially by Bungie, because I think people feel that it's a video game and they should play however they want to play.
Yeah.
And Bungie is not about that life.
It's the hobby game.
I think there's a line between, and part of it, a big part of it is when they come out with, whether it's an exotic piece of gear or whatever it may be, here's the big carrot at the end of the stick. This is the big goal. This is where you're trying to get to. If it's going to take 40 hours of hardcore playing to get to that stick, or to get to that carrot, then, yeah, people are gonna find a way to make it 10 hours instead of 40 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you only make it 10 hours, and my point there is there's a lot of people that 40 hours of play would take them 10 weeks to get it done.
Yeah, I get that too. Everybody has different time to dedicate.
Yeah. But if you make it only 10 hours to get it done, now I don't know if it's the right word, but it cheapens the reward. And that's no good either. So there's, this middle ground there someplace, somehow, that, they try to balance your time commitment, the reward you're going to get at the end, and trying to keep hardcore people happy and the casual people happy. And
it's a fickle balance.
They're never going to win. They're just going to try to, it's like a mitigation, right? They're just trying to limit the amount of unhappy people.
Right. Lowest common denominator.
They're trying to piss off as few people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if they would give us solo strikes, that would be great.
We should have made this conversation a whole segment. We could go on, that's for sure. We want to know a few more things about you, Larry, before we move on. Hazel, do you have a question?
Yeah. So, should we just transition to the signature questions and go from there?
Sure. That's fine with me.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, sir, do you have a motto or mantra that you live by?
I do not have a wording to it. More like an outlook, I guess, would be the way to describe.
Nice. Okay.
I don't know if you want to call it old school or do what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, and the way you're supposed to do it, and everything will be okay.
Not bad.
And you can apply that to just about every aspect of your life, of anybody's life. Whether it be, schoolwork. Do it the way you're supposed to do it, when you're supposed to do it, everything will be okay.
Yeah.
Or
it's good mindset.
Relationships. Just
do
it the way, when, and everything will be okay.
Well, I have to ask you this. Larry, dude, what's up with the gamer tag?
Oh, that's an easy one. My name's Larry.
Mm-hmm.
It is?
Well, so
have you been paying attention, Hazel?
The story goes, you didn't, you knew that.
Yeah, no, he's played them.
Okay, you knew that. You go back to when I was in the Marine Corps. We had a roommate. His last name was Johnson, and I don't even know how it happened, but I started calling him J-Man. We all had nicknames, but I just started calling him J-Man, and shortly after that, he started calling me LarMan. And then, everybody became a man. It was Q-Man and Lee-Man and J-Man. And I just everybody had their name ended up with man. So, of course, when you're in the military, certain ranks will end up having nicknames. So, like the senior enlisted for our company was a master sergeant. So a nickname that would be used for him is Top. He's the top enlisted individual, so Top. And one day we're in the company office, and Top calls out to Johnson, J-Man. He calls him, "Hey Johnson, come here." And Johnson responds with, "Yes, Top Man, on my way." And it was just out of habit of calling everybody, ended up with the nicknames that ended with man.
That's awesome.
And then I live in Kentucky.
Nice. Might have a few questions about the state later on. Yeah. Okay, Hazel, I think you have one more, and I'll take us out tonight.
Yeah, I like it. So, Mr. LarManKY, or LarManKY, apparently. Do you have any hobbies or anything else outside of gaming that you do for fun?
It's probably not a good answer. I don't. If it's, when I'm working, I work, and relationships, and then gaming.
Work hard, play hard, right?
I'm a pretty simple guy that way, I guess. I guess I should have, whether it be, I watch some TV shows, and I don't watch sports so much anymore. I used to be the guy that would watch Sports Center 4 times a day. But I guess the big sporting events, I'll watch them, but no bird watching or golfing or fishing or anything like that.
Oh, Gorilla Golf's gonna be pissed.
I have a question for Hazel.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. Flip the table. Skyline or Gold Star?
Fucking Skyline all the way, man.
Brother.
3, 4, 5 way.
Okay, well, I have to preface it with, I'm not an original Cincinnatian, but it's a 4-way for me.
Okay. And mustard and onion on your conies?
Of course.
All right.
Damn, getting hungry now.
Did I pass?
Yes. You got 66%, so you're good.
Score. All right.
Love it.
Never mind that Nips just gave us an F anyway. But
he hates all the states. Don't worry about it.
Well, no, he hates Skyline more than anything, though.
Oh, I see. I remember that. Yeah. Oh man. Well, all right, Larry. Think back, or think hard here, and take your time answering it. What is one thing about you that our community may not know about you? It could be big or small, up to you.
Invariably, sometimes it's like, it's this. And then, people are like, I can't really think of anything. And then later on, we find out. It's like 20 minutes later into the show, it's like, oh, well, I've got 3 nipples. And it's like, what?
What?
That was Gators, by the way.
Yeah, that was mine.
If you have questions about marriage, I might be the best qualified person to answer those questions. I've had 3 of them.
Okay.
So guess it depends on which way you look at it. Whether that's the good thing or the bad.
We have a lot of young people in our Discord, so
I am kidding. I am joking. If you need marriage advice, don't go asking the guy who's been married 3 times.
I got you. Cool.
Maybe go with the what not to do route. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's words. I mean he's still wisdom.
It's
positive or negative is still wisdom. That's my point. That's all I'm saying.
You might want to ask the guy who's been married for. What do you got now? 20 what? 20 how many?
28 I think this year. I lost count.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say 27.
And someone just celebrated 12?
11.
11, sorry.
Yeah, 11 years on Saturday. We went out to Evansville, Indiana. So, and
it's cool.
She went out there for just like to see a friend and that kind of thing. So
it was a road trip. It was a road trip, dude.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't take Addie, so it was weird.
Nice.
But
yeah, it's nice to take a break, even from your kids.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
It was very odd.
Well, Larry, thanks, man. I appreciate you sharing your life with us tonight, brother.
Yeah, this has been fun.
That was a great interview.
It has been a good time.
Good deal. Well, Hazel, he's never done this before, man. He's a noob tonight. Speed run. We're doing it next.
Call the Praxic Order. Call the Thanatonauts, the Jinsen Scribes. Call everyone so they can witness you.
Okay, boys and girls. This segment is called the Speed Run. This is where we have a database of over 250 randomly asked questions, and Larry here is going to have 90 seconds to answer as many as he can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers, and at the end of the year, the guest with the most answered will win a cool prize and title of 2021 Speedrun Champion. Remember, the questions are randomly asked, so no one can memorize the order. Just, answer quickly what comes to mind. Tonight, I'm going to ask the questions randomly from our list. Hazel is our timekeeper and quality control expert. In the event of a questionable answer, context-wise, Hazel's decision will be final. Startian is still our leader. No one has been able to top her yet at 39. So what do you think, Larry? You ready to do this, man?
I'm ready.
Hazel?
My phone just shut off. Hell.
It's all right.
Yep, I'm ready.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Warlock, Titan, or Hunter?
Titan.
Favorite color?
Red.
Void, Solar, Arc, or Stasis?
Solar.
What is one thing we would find in your gaming space?
Ouch.
Ikora, Kate, or Zavala?
Zavala.
Is racing a sport?
Yes.
Should there be freelance solo strikes in Destiny 2?
Yes.
What one thing annoys you most?
Hater.
Sen or Kingsley? That's harsh.
I'm sorry?
Sen or Kingsley?
Kingsley.
Favorite salty snack?
Pretzels.
Xbox or PlayStation controller?
PlayStation.
What is the best sandwich?
Italian.
Would you prefer snow or rain?
Snow.
Picard or Kirk?
Kirk.
What's your favorite Destiny planet?
EDZ.
Resolution or frames?
Frames.
What's the worst job you've ever had?
Fast food.
Vanguard, Crucible, or Gambit?
Gambit.
Best Destiny subclass?
Solar Titan.
M&M's or Smarties?
M&M's.
Better bounty hunter, Gatr, dog, or the Mandalorian?
Dog.
What is the beverage of choice?
Coke.
What number am I thinking of?
2.
Did Gatr rig the 2020 speedrun?
Oh.
Thank you.
Aww.
Thank you for being honest, Larry.
No,
I'm not paying him a dime.
Bribed.
He's not being paid for this endorsement. No. Good job, Larry, man. You did good. You did good, man. Hazel, how do you do, man?
24.
Not too shabby. Not bad. I honestly,
I don't think anybody's ever going to beat Kingsley's hot wife.
I was just going to say that. You beat me to it. I think I'm going to have to figure out women's small t-shirt. I got to figure it out. Anyway, Hey, I've got a question for all you listeners out there. Do you have a great question for our speed run? If that's a yes, join our Discord and enter them in our Speedrun Questions Ideas channel. We're going to do it again this year. We'll add them to next year's speedrun. Just remember that they need to be yes or no, 1 or 2 word answers. Either or questions also be accepted. At the end of the year, we're having a drawing for a $25 gift card of your choice for 2 lucky people. And you can enter up to 5 questions to go into the drawing. So good luck with that. All right. That means it is time for This Week at Bungie. This week at Bungie. What do we got this week, Hazel?
All right. So today, being June 11th, this TWAB is dated June 10th. I don't know if that's a typo or if I just can't read a date or whatever. But, it is June 11th.
My mom's birthday.
It's after midnight.
Yeah.
Go me. I can do math and time. So, here's what's going on. We've got the Guardian Fashion Show. So it's the last day for this is going to be the 13th. So by the time this comes out, it's going to be past that. So I hope you did it and got it in. Next is going to be Challenged in the Ways of the Old. Raid challenges are going to be coming out next week. So go ahead and you can knock that out. Women at Bungie, that was released as well. So basically Bungie set up a group for women so they can that work at Bungie so they can be empowered and network and then give support and things like that to each other.
Very cool.
Kind of cool. Same thing that they were doing for Black at Bungie and
that's right.
I forget the other group that they did it for as well.
I think it's LGBTQ. Was it for
IA plus? I don't know if it was that, but
well, they had a Pride banner at one point.
Yeah,
remember?
I don't remember what it is,
and it is Pride Month, by the way. Just want to mention that.
Yes, it is. And then here we are. Next is going to be space. So. GCX is right around the corner. It's June 20th. It's going to be, as Gatr said before, it's going to be virtual. And in true Bungie fashion, they are going to give us some hoops to jump through for some decent swag, or possibly decent swag. So, for that, you are going to have to find, well, if you would like to get a decent shader. I don't know if it's really one that I like, or not shader, I'm sorry, but an emblem. It's not my style, but if it is for you, then good on you. To get it, what you're going to do is you're going to have to find 7 hidden ghosts in various places around the space station at the GCX event. So you got to buy your ticket for GCX. I think it's like $55, I believe. And then what you'll do is you will go ahead and you'll go around, hunt for the 7 dead ghosts, and then you have to make a YouTube video showing where they all are. Yeah, that seems like a lot of work.
That does actually. Now I think about it.
Yeah, for a shady looking emblem.
I like black and blue. Cool color scheme.
Meh.
It's just me.
Then. So, as with anything GCX and Bungie, they are doing a donation for charity and things like that. So, with it all proceeds will go to St. Jude. And with that, if you donate $50, you get a kick-ass emblem. I wish it were a shader. But yeah, so this is a kick-ass emblem. I'm definitely going to donate $50 for this.
I will too.
Gimme. I want it. It's all multicolored. It's blue and everything else.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. And then one more thing. They will be donating 7 Eris Morn statues signed by the voice of Eris Morn for every donation of exactly $7.
I like that.
So, I like it as well. So, there is that. And then, okay, one more last thing. All profits from the Bungie Foundation items on the Bungie store will go to St. Jude between June 13th and June 20th. And just so everyone knows, that's the start of the charity streams and things like that. So June 13th to June 20th. And it's going to end with good old Dr. Lupo.
They're fun to watch. I do it. I watch it every year. It's so fun to watch.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll throw out the blocks so that way you can, see who's going to be on there and go from there, and then throw your money at whoever you, want to see raise hopefully more money than Lupo this year.
I just like to see what the streamers do for their goals. That's a fun thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, so GCX is going to be June 17th through June 20th.
Very cool. So,
and then next is Warlock bullshit. And
whoa. We got to talk about that.
For what? It's Warlock bullshit.
It's Warlock knowledge we need to know about.
Nah, nobody plays Warlock that matters.
All right, Larry, you mute him and hold him down and I'll read it. Fine, whatever.
Yeah, basically Boots of Assembler are back, and they're, apparently like the shit that people were hacking and like cheating with and everything, that's by design. Some space magic bullshit right there.
Magic.
All right.
Magic.
Space magic. All right. So, next under the Shit's Broken file, there was something that they fixed. They fixed Golden Gun because it was lasting longer than it should have, which is something that I noticed that I was like, damn, I fired my shots and this shit's still fucking going. I'm still glowing. Next is the NIPS known issue, which is killing the oppressive mind too quickly in the Expunged Tartarus mission blocks the activity completion. So thanks, Nips, for being a test dummy there. We appreciate you.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Then the glory rank system isn't working as intended. Thought I would just throw that out there as an FYI for anybody. And aside from all that, some more shit's broken, and they're going to fix it eventually. So there we go.
There's the Hazel I know.
Yep. Movies, art, and a trailer with, not really a trailer, but it's synthwave beats from the Season of the Splicer.
I liked it. It was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. That's nice. No hidden stuff at the end?
Just a cat.
Cat.
There's always a cat, man, in Cosmos.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
You don't know this, man.
What? You talking about the cats in the Dreaming City?
No. Cosmo always puts a cat in his twab.
A cat.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
It's cute as shit this week, too.
I don't see it.
That's because you have to find it.
Huh. Okay. Challenge accepted.
Mm-hmm.
We may be here.
$5. Can't find it.
We may be here a while, folks. Just letting you know, we may be here a while. Hang on. You might want to pause and go get that break from lunch or something. Damn it. Where did he put it? I'm looking. They're not going to put it in with the art. They're not going to do that.
This is riveting stuff right here.
Where did he put it? It's a picture of his cat?
It's not his cat. It might be his cat. I don't know.
I'm going crazy here. What am I missing? What am I missing here?
You'd better leave all of this shit in.
God damn it. I give up. Where is it?
It is... There we go. If you look right above the synthwave beats.
What? Did I just pass it?
Yeah, look in the word vibe.
Okay. Looking. Synthwave
The
beats.
I in vibe is a link to a picture of the cat.
Oh my gosh.
And it's cute as shit.
Sneaky bastard. Okay.
He does this every time he does
I didn't know this. I've never known this. Wow. Pretty cool.
Now he's going to go back and look at all the twabs. Not really.
I might. Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
Oh my god, I can't believe he did that. That's awesome. Well played. Well played. Oh my gosh, look at that. It sure is. Yeah, cute. I'm not a cat person like I used to be. I'm a dog person, but anyway. Anything else, Hazel?
No. That's been it.
All right, thank you, sir. It means it is time for us to get our community questions. I can't wait. We got a couple zingers here for Mr. LarManKY Kentucky. So we'll do that right after this small break.
Hey Guardians, would you like to send us a question for the show? Well, there's 4 ways to do it.
Number 1, join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, by the way, and you can just lurk or hang out or jump right in and talk with us. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also tweet out almost every week about our upcoming show, guest, and you can respond there with your questions at guardian_d_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast. Remember, that's all one word. And we'll play it on the show for you guys.
SpeakPipe is honestly my favorite thing. But anyway, thank you for all you guys do, and toddles.
And later, Guardian. All right, boys and girls, it is that time of the week. This is where we get our questions from our community, and we have a speak pipe right off the bat. We're going to listen to it right now.
Hello, Scumdeath here. What's your favourite insect? We've got some jasmine coming over the wall and a bit of honeysuckle. There's bees all over it. It's beautiful to see. So, my favourite insect is bees, because without bees, we'd all be fucking dead. So, what's your favourite insect? I know Gatr mostly kills certain insects, but I'd like to know, what is your favourite insect? Love you all. Bye.
I love how he points out to me that I'm killing all the bugs. I don't kill all the bugs. Just for clarification here, my job description is to control the insect populations that affect our man-made landscapes and houses. And when it comes to if there's an orange tree that's blooming and there's a bunch of flying bees, wasps, whatnot pollinating, I do not kill pollinators. I'm trained to know the difference. So yeah, I'm very pro nature. And
you murderer.
No, I'm actually one of the pest control professionals that actually knows what not to touch and what needs to be treated. So just want to clarify that to Mr. Uncle Scumdeath. So favorite insect, Larry, we always go to you first, sir. So favorite insect.
Almost every year I would go with the bees.
Yeah.
But this year right now, the cicadas are the Broad 10, the 17-year cicadas are coming out. These are bugs that their life cycle is they when they hatch, they climb down trees and they dig into the ground and they suck moisture from tree roots, and they're in the ground for 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when the ground warms up, they come out, they transform into a flying insect, and they go up into the trees and they mate, and they crawl back down and go into the ground again for 17 more years. It's going on now. I've got them a little bit here in northern Kentucky. Hazel's probably got a bunch of them up there.
There's a bunch, yeah.
In extreme numbers, they're annoying, but they only last for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And I just find it to be super interesting.
See, we get cicadas all the time in Florida, even in the wintertime, because it never gets cold here. But usually the peak summer months, like August, September, they will sing so loud at night. I mean, I have a window right next to me here, and you can hear all the frogs right now, and probably some crickets. But man, when the cicadas start singing in late summer, you may even hear it if you have really good headphones. You might actually hear it from all the noise suppression I put in this podcast. You may actually still pick up on the singing, and it gets really, really loud. I mean, it gets so loud you think there's something else going on outside, and it's crazy. But I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was curious if you guys were seeing activity up there, because it's really no different for us.
I'm seeing just a few. I mean, just today actually was the first day that they were loud enough to really capture your attention.
Okay.
But again, I think the Ohio River is a pretty good boundary for that kind of bug.
Yeah. When we drove through through Kentucky to get to Indiana, there were a ton in western Kentucky.
Mm.
I had to get my car washed as soon as I got back in. I was like, damn.
Oh, man.
Like, I don't want my daughter to see this. I was like, she'd fucking disown me.
It's like the love bugs down here in the summer. The paint strippers. If you don't get those love bugs off your car, that acid eats right into your paint. It's a big deal down here in the summer. Yeah. Hazel, favorite insect?
Favorite insect? I think I have to go with the firefly.
Oh, we don't have those down here. But I'd visit my aunt in North Carolina, and every summer it was great catching them. They're fun little insects. Oh, geez, I love all insects, man. I have
kill them.
No, just the bad bugs. Just the ones that are affecting your livelihood in your house. You don't want earwigs climbing all over your bed, trying to sleep at night. Everyone, loves nature until it's in their house. And then they're like, call the exterminator. You gotta get this out of here. Cause your house is your own little ecosystem. And when bugs enter your ecosystem, it's not cool, man. They're not supposed to be there anyway. So, favorite bug. I have insect collection, and I have, a four horn rhinoceros beetle that I have stuffed and presented in a display. And I've always, I always like looking at it. It's here in my office. I'll put it in the Instagram. I'll send it to you on Instagram, Hazel.
Okay.
And it's one of my favorite insects. Beetles. The fun fact about these little guys in Thailand, kids collect these as toys. Because, they don't really have toys. A lot of them don't, especially if they're poor. And they treat these as pets, these four-horn rhinoceros beetles. Google it. Anyway, I have one of those nicely presented here. That would be my favorite insect today. All right, let's get to some questions.
How big did we talk? Are we?
Oh, you'll see. I'll put it in our...
Are you talking...
It's
like the size of a golf ball or a tennis ball? Or?
I'd say it's about halfway between a golf ball and a tennis ball, the body of it. With the wings and everything, I'd say it's the size of a softball. It's big. It's a big bug. Thailand's got some bugs, man. You think Florida's got bugs? Thailand's got some bugs because they have all the, they have all the rainforests and stuff. You get all kinds of beautiful bugs and insects from Thailand. I got black scorpions and all kinds of cool stuff. I do teach in every now and then for my wife in her little elementary school. And I say little elementary school for the little kids in the elementary school. And I'll bring my bug collections, and their eyes are just like saucers. Anyway, okay, good question. I wonder what this guy thinks about when he's working during the day. And I do know about the jasmine. They collect, especially the Confederate jasmine. They have such fragrant flowers. They attract everything. All right, let's get into some questions, Hazel. What do we got here, man?
All right, so I got a message, and I have to kind of go with this one
Secret
first.
question, okay.
No, not a secret question. It's definitely one of the ones that we have here. So, what we're going to do is we are going to play a little bit of a game here. So, this is from Arisen Phoenix.
Okay.
It is, now, Larry, you're going to have to be the, like the moderator here, okay?
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay.
What am I walking into?
Well, it's just a question.
Okay.
So, okay. So, do you pronounce the Kentucky capital as Louisville or Louisville? Phonetic text is hard.
Yeah, I'm a quote Southerner. I say Louisville.
You say Louisville?
Yeah.
Okay. So I say Frankfurt.
Oh, good one. You got me. You got me. Son of a bitch. You're right. That is the capital of Kentucky. Son of a bitch. Thanks, Arisen Phoenix. Appreciate that, buddy.
So who was right? Just for the record there, Larman.
Go ahead. He wants to hear it.
Surprisingly, Gatr was wrong and Hazel was correct.
That was diplomatic. Thank you.
Okay. Now, how do we say Louisville?
That is exactly how I say it.
Really?
Nope. Knowing that it's incorrect,
Oh, shit.
I will still. Again, I didn't grow up in Kentucky. Just to
give it context.
Just to annoy people. I call it Louisville.
Oh, no.
Just to annoy people. Oh my god.
That's amazing.
I know
Louisville.
Yeah, that's what the locals call it, Louisville. I know this, but I'll say Louisville because that's just the always way I've said it. Louisville, Kentucky.
It's almost really just two syllables.
Yeah, you're right.
Louisville.
Where you live? I live in Louisville.
No, not Louisville. It's
Louisville.
Louisville.
Yeah. All right. I stand corrected.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
All right. Gatr.
Okay. Question from Risen Phoenix. I guess this is for all of us. 100% Kentucky question. How do you say hollow?
I wonder if what he's trying to get at is a hollow.
Hollow?
I think holler, I think, is...
That tree is hollow.
That's not... Oh, Jesus, man.
What?
That's painful. What kind of southerner are you?
I'm from Florida, dude. I'm not from... It's not the real South, unless you're in the Panhandle. Miami's not the South, and Orlando's not the South, but the Panhandle is the South.
This is painful.
Shit.
It's holler, like down by the holler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what he's going for, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going for too. Again, my blood is still New York blood. I don't quite know that answer.
All right, he had one more. How do you pronounce Appalachian?
Just like you just said it.
That's the way I say it. Appalachian. The Appalachian Mountains. Hazel?
I'd go with Appalachian.
Okay, I see.
But
yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's Appalachian is another pronunciation.
Yeah. That might be the correct.
I've heard that just from my relatives or Briar Hubbers and stuff like that. So,
Gotcha. All right, Hazel. What else we got?
All right. So, okay, now these are questions that I believe are to our beloved guest here.
I would think so.
So, describe your daily experience with Destiny. I think we can maybe all answer that, but...
Okay.
Well, I'm going to use a day. I'm going to not use a calendar day, but I'm going to use about half an hour before reset each day. About half an hour before reset, I go on my phone, and if I'm not online, typically I take a break from 12 to 1 at least. But I'll go on my phone and I'll download any bounties that I haven't already downloaded. Because you get 1 day plus, I think it's 3 hours to do bounties. So if you download a bounty on Monday, just before reset, you actually have until Wednesday.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
To get it done.
Yeah.
And I think I'm thinking of this correctly.
You
right?
are. I follow you.
If it's Monday 12:30, you're good, and you get 24 hours plus a little bit more. You can get past.
Yeah.
You can get into
the next reset.
Day.
Right.
Yep. So, like with, especially Crucible and Gambit bounties, I don't want to go in and play a bunch of Crucible for 4 bounties. So I'll do that, and I'll end up with 6, sometimes 7 bounties. Then going in. So that's where it starts. And then it's just, I go to character number 1 and knock out all the ones that, the easy, simple ones, the Cosmodromes and the Gunsmith and all that. And so I'll shoot a whole screen full, whatever, 28 I think it is, fits on the front screen, plus some.
Right.
I'll go over to character 2, I'll do them. I'll go to character 3, I'll do them. And then I start looking at my roster when I find somebody into the tower. And I'll join in on their party, because for the percent bonus, for the fire team bonus, before I cash them all in. And then I try to hook up with somebody at nighttime, whether it be for a raid or a nightfall or whatever it may be. And that's pretty much the cycle. Hours and hours of bounties, and then try to hook up with somebody at night to have some more fun.
That's efficient. That's almost the way I do it. I bounties during the morning before work, and I don't go into depth as much as you do. I do your planetary bounties, obviously gun bounties, because you need those materials, especially the enhancement cores. I usually multitask, like I said. As far as Crucible, Gambit, and a little bit of strikes that I do, I usually do that at night when everyone else is needing to get stuff done, or they're trying to get their pinnacle stuff. I like running with a team, if possible, when I'm running those 3 activities. So, group play at night, single solo play during the day. That's kind of the way I do it. Hazel, what about you?
I get on and I go to a random place and punch shit, shoot shit, and try not to die.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that answer. That was, I don't know if you said that, but that was Keeper of Lore had that question. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
question.
I meant to say Team Quoria, which is actually I think that's Joker, by the way.
Oh, okay.
But,
all right, cool.
Yeah, Team Quoria. I appreciate that more than I do Team Misrax or who are you?
I'm Team Redacted.
Oh yeah, that's right. Team Undecided. Yeah.
No, I've decided what team I'm on. I'm just not going to tell anybody what it is. We'll see how the season ends, and we'll find out.
Yeah.
Is it Team Flip or Team Flop?
Yeah, well, I'll let you know at the end of the season. I have one
team whoever wins in the end.
I don't know. Well, I have an idea, but we'll see. Okay, Jealous has one here for Mr. LarManKY. What made you come up with this idea? Wait a minute. Did we even mention his charity event?
We mentioned it in the beginning.
Okay. Larry, this is from Jealous the Kid. What made you come up with this idea for the charity event you're doing with the season pass ranking? We call it the Rankathon here in our Discord.
I've been pondering, not last season, but the season before. I think I finished up around level 600. Me and Mo Hotho, I think, were going back and forth for a while. and I toyed with the idea of, I wonder if you could get to 1,000. And I never really considered it. And then, and I'm gonna get a little bit deep on you here, but I was feeling kind of not lost, but not really hopeful, just kind of worried about just society in general.
Sure.
And I mean, there's, it seems to me that at this point there's so many divisions and in many different manners, in different ways. And I wanted something unifying, something that would be, that I could feel that I was part of something that was bringing people together for a good reason. And it doesn't matter what you think on all those other subjects that might be divisive. Just the idea that a group of, however many people it ends up that decide to participate in doing the donation portion of it. If it ends up being 10 people or 30 people or whatever it ends up being, that this group of people come together. And again, the concept of it, in case somebody doesn't know, I'm not collecting. The idea is I'm shooting for level 1,000, and kind of like a walkathon where people would pledge so many dollars or cents, I should say, cents per mile, same kind of thing, cents per level. So if somebody wants to do a penny per level, it's $10 at the end.
If you reach 1,000.
If I get to 1,000. I don't want anybody sending me money. What I want is every individual person to donate that money, whether it be $10 or $100 or $2, to whatever cause, whether it be an organization or if it's your, maybe your neighbor's been out of work and, whatever.
Right.
Just the idea that if 20 people all around the world come together and end up giving $200 or $500, whatever the total ends up being, out to other people to help them, to help somebody else, it it gives me hope, I guess, the unification or the prospect of bringing people together. Just so there's two benefits to it. There's the charitable contributions that'll go to other people, and on the selfish side, it's something that's going to help or is helping me feel better about myself and about people in general.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, this may be something we do season to season. This may be the start of something. If not, no big deal either. But I think it's a noble cause because everyone's so worried about hanging on to their money for their bills or whatever. No one ever really thinks about giving. And it's so rewarding when you give. I can't explain the feeling. But especially when it's someone who's worthy or really needs it. I mean, just that day you change their life, however small. And me and you talked about this, Larry. You presented this to me. Said, listen, I'm thinking about doing this. And what a great idea, man. What an awesome idea. And, we may be 20 people. And I think if it's just 20 of us that decide to sponsor you for however many levels you end up getting, in my eyes, that's making a difference. So,
yeah. Well, you never know you never know what it's going to lead to either.
Yes, exactly. It's a ripple effect.
True.
You do something great for somebody, and they decide to do something great for someone else. It's paying it forward.
Yep. Use that neighbor analogy.
Yeah.
So you walk over to your neighbor who's having issues, and you hand them $50.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at $50, maybe he takes 20 of it and puts it in gas in his car so he can get back and forth to work for the week.
Right.
And, the other 30 he passes on because he knows somebody who he thinks has got it even harder than he does. And that next person gets to take care of whatever their problem is. It can be something, that scenario is something could be as little as a utility bill. Right.
Yeah. Or how about they can't afford their medicine this week and that $50 gets it for them. They have a little bit of a quality of life for at least another week, or maybe it buys it for the month. You never know. My just a side note here. My brother's daughter has got a really extreme case of Crohn's disease, and it's something to do with her heart too, because she had a heart defect when she was born. Their medication cost with insurance $5,000 a month. How do you like having that kind of payment to worry about so your daughter can not suffer? Crazy, man. It's just crazy. But anyway, when he told me that, I about hit the floor. I couldn't believe it. And my brother's in good shape, so he can afford it. But what about someone who has cancer who can't afford the meds to relieve the pain or to treat or whatever? Things like that. How about buying breakfast for a whole table of cops, of police? It could be, you could do anything with it. And that's what I love about it, man. So anyway, it's a good cause, man. One thing I did want to mention tonight, since I'm clawing to stay in the top 10, maybe I'll get some sympathy here. I'm going to add my rank to whatever your rank is at my sponsored rate at the end of the season. So I just want to let you know that. Whatever rank I end up getting to, I'm going to add it on top of what you're doing, Larry. Not to take away from what you're doing, but I'm going to add it in addition to what you're doing. So thank you for getting that started, man. I hope this is something maybe we do every season It's a great idea.
Yeah, it is.
So, good question, Jealous. What else we got here, Hazel? Let's see. I don't understand this one picture in question from Polly Walnut.
Yeah, let's ask and find out.
Okay.
So here's a question. I don't know if you're if you're looking at our penned messages there, but a question from Polly Walnut 27. Yes, I have a question for LarMan. What are his thoughts on this? And it's a fuzzy little monkey with balding hair, it looks like.
Kind of a dumbfounded looking orangutan.
Yeah, I'd say a young orangutan, yeah.
Sure.
So
what are your thoughts?
I thought it looked like he just got done playing 7 matches of Gambit and had one more melee kill.
Good one.
That's pretty much how I look whenever I get like that.
That's playing a Knight of Iron Banner. And as it gets later, it gets tougher. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That was kind of out of left field, but okay. Thank you, Polly Walnut. Okay. I've got one from Tao, which everyone knows in our Discord. It's some other person in our Discord. I don't know if he wants to be named.
How?
Tao. Taox.
That's Taox.
What?
It's Taox.
Oh, he's a lore nerd.
And you obviously are not.
I'm not. I apologize. I'll edit that out.
No way.
Shit. Shit. Well, we all know him as Lazarus the Lich. This is for okay, it's for everyone here, I guess. For the show, who is the true old man and why isn't it Jesus. At Hazel Racks, aka Mr. Diamond. How much did you pay Laz for this question, Hazel?
I did not pay him anything for
this.
This came out of left field. I kind of got misty-eyed when I saw this.
The true old man. Okay. I don't know. How old are you, Larry?
Let's start with our guest.
Yeah. Who's the true old man?
I will turn 52 in September.
Damn it.
You're still older.
Yeah, but only by a few months.
Yep.
Damn. You know what's funny? When I went on my fishing trip, I was the youngest guy there. It feels nice for at least that trip. Thanks, Laz. Thanks for that question, buddy. Old pal.
Ice show.
It's the fucking ice show.
Warcry's younger than both of us, right?
Yeah, he's a year younger. Yeah. Warcry 1969. All right, Hazel, let's keep going, man. What else we got?
Okay, so, damn you. Okay, we will go with. I was curious about this one. Tyler Panini. I think.
Yeah, he's one of our
in the Discord for a while. I don't think they've said anything lately.
Well, hey, thanks for your question, man. It's nice to see some new people put questions in. Keep it up.
Yeah. What are the implications of the falling price of gold on the global economy?
We always go to our guests first, Larry.
It means Parker Schnavel's going to have to find a whole lot more gold on Gold Rush to pay his bills. I have no idea.
Okay, you asked that, so I have to answer it. Well, I'm not a big precious metals guy. If you look at the historic value of gold and diamonds and silver, it really doesn't appreciate that much. over time versus mutual funds and stocks and index funds and things like that. So I don't put my money in that. So I don't think it'll have much of an effect. I mean, my God, my son this weekend, he was showing me all the cryptocurrencies out there. Have you guys seen this? There must be thousands of cryptocurrencies. What the hell is going on in the world? He says, "Oh, Dad, you got to get in early, man. This is the way all their currency is going to be." I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know. He's gonna teach me. He's gonna educate me. I'll get the app and I'll start getting involved and keep an eye on it. But he loves watching it go up and down. So I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. A guy I work with, he made $60,000 in one day.
What?
And then he lost $60,000 in one day.
But what do they? You know what they say about pigs? They get slaughtered.
What?
Dude, that's an old saying in stockpiling.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You never heard that? You never heard that saying?
No, I thought you were going to say like you put lipstick on a pig.
No. That's what happens to pigs. They get slaughtered. That's from Wall Street, man. The movie Wall Street. Oh, my God. Larry, you see what I got to deal with every week, man?
Who do you feel worse for, me or him? I already know that answer. Thank you. Okay. So my answer to this is, I don't know. I mean, maybe I have to sell my gold grill that I have, before it drops any further. Can I make any money off of that?
You got a gold grill? Are they like full laminate over your teeth?
No.
I'm glad you got that. I'm so glad you got that.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. All right, got you.
But no, I don't have a grill. So, I have no idea. I wouldn't trust myself, Gatr, or nothing personal against LarMan, but either the three of us to for the future of pretty much anything.
Yeah, it's a good disclaimer.
Definitely tune in to your news,
financial
choice
news.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
of choice, and go forth onto greatness, and
right.
Feel free to let us know.
I had a quick one here from Amber Lips for Larry. What are you doing on the show, dude? Shouldn't you be grinding bounties?
I should be grinding. That is true. I should be, but
Nips, I gave him permission to do bounties while during the show, but he said he needed to take a couple-hour break to rest his hands. So,
well, the truth is that Hoffo told us to get him on.
Well, Mo was trying to have us hold him down so we could get a little bit closer to him. We love you, Mo. All right. Well,
I'll tell you what. I don't blame. Mo was, right out of the gate, boom.
Yeah.
And for the first 2.5, 3 weeks, whatever, he was nonstop crushing it. I had a couple 20, 22 level days, and I'd still fall 2 or 4 levels further behind him. But I don't blame him for it. I'm at 360, so I'm not even, I'm a bit more than a third of the way, and it's already feeling pretty grindy.
Yeah.
It's I made the comment earlier on my hands. I don't know if it's the PlayStation 5 controller or what, but just my hands are just sore from playing so much. But I just try to make sure there's last couple of days I caught up. I had a whole bunch of shows recorded that I hadn't watched. 3 episodes back on Law and Order and other things like that. So I took a significant amount of time yesterday and some this morning just catching up on those. And
for your sanity, man. You don't want to burn yourself out. Yeah.
Living life.
Yeah. But you have a noble cause, so it's I could see how you'd be a little split. Yeah. Was that your question or mine? I can't remember. That was mine. It's your turn, Hazel.
All right. I'm going to go with this one. It's a long one. So, Chubby Wizard 2, Xbox One, Central Standard Time. Question for this show. So since Bungie has beefed up the week-by-week story method with the expunge missions and great storytelling, which do you guys prefer? A big expansion with a story that can be run through in a week? Or the small bits of story released over a longer time period that make you come back weekly? I am loving the expunge missions. They are not impossible to solo, and I don't have to do 3 weeks of grinding old content to get high enough light to finish them. The storytelling the last 2 seasons has been emotional and thought-provoking, which makes this weekly mission something that I can't miss for me. Thanks. Love the show.
Larry, what do you think, man? This was one of our questions we were going to ask you in the interview. I'm glad Chubby Wizard brought it up.
I'm with him. I am agreeing with him completely. I absolutely much rather the weekly progression. The normal DLC type drop where you get all this new stuff right at the beginning of the time frame. You get through it, you're done with it, and then you've got months
nothing
of just repetitive stuff. At this point, at least it's every week you're getting a little bit of something that's new, and it just breaks up the monotony of repetitive things. So plus, I think I am not a big lore story follower. I have an idea of what's going on, but a very general basic idea. And I think when you're presented with a ton of information, at one time, you miss parts of it. If you're given those little pieces weekly, you can catch more of it. And this thought just popped in my head as you were reading the question. Their storytelling for the last 2 seasons has been dramatically different. And I think and again, I admit I'm not real deep into it, but it seems to me that they're treading, or what they're saying, things they're saying could be perceived in ways that could be divisive, I think. And maybe I'm completely wrong, but the arch of the stories, and I think it lets you, getting the information in smaller bits lets you absorb it, think about it, ponder it, and then get the next bit of information and think about it and ponder it. And you know what I'm saying? So I agree with it completely. Let me ask you guys this question, because I don't know the answer to this. When did, the Bungie splits from Activision and so forth,
mm-hmm.
Do you think at the time, and again, the storytelling has changed. Did the storytelling change because of the split from Activision. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're asking?
I think.
Does it time frame wise, does that fit?
What was the first DLC after they split from Activision? Do you remember?
That was last year, wasn't it?
I think so. I think it was Rivals, Season of Rivals. Is that right?
No.
Before that?
Yeah, it was before that.
And but when they're preparing these things, they're obviously way far in advance.
I was just going to say that when they actually announced the breakup with Activision, they probably already had the next 3 seasons already written out and ready to roll.
Yeah, so that was in 2019.
When that happened. So I would say the fall, right? Wouldn't that make sense? The next major DLC after splitting from Activision, or was it still on Activision's dime then in 2019?
Well, that would have been last year. So
no, not last year. It's 2021, dude.
I'm saying, man, they split in 2019.
Oh, okay.
So the year after that fall would have been, probably not 2020, but probably.
If I remember, what was the one before Beyond Light?
Of course, that was
major
Shadowkeep.
I think Shadowkeep is when that was their first content, Bungie content, not Activision Bungie content. I believe it was Shadowkeep. And I think that's when they started going to more of a seasonal trickle.
No, not like this.
You don't think
not
so?
Like this, man.
Oh no, no. Don't get me wrong. It's only gotten better. I mean, I gotta say this. This season, I've never been excited to see what the next expunge mission is going to be, or the next, the season of the Splicer. I guess we're on 5 now. The weekly missions that opens up a little more of the story, and this is the first season where I've actually looked forward to doing it, and finding and just to hear the cutscene or the dialogue at the end of it.
Yeah.
So
it's similar to your favorite television show.
It is, yeah.
Now, back in the day when we were young, before internet and all that, if you wanted to watch the Dukes of Hazzard, you better be in front of your TV on Friday night at 9 o'clock.
You better,
or you're not seeing the Dukes of Hazzard.
That's the way it used to be.
What I'm saying?
Yep.
And so you were looking forward, whatever show it is was your favorite show. You were always looking forward to that.
It was your activity. Yeah, it was in your schedule for the week.
And now it's
whenever you want.
And now it's Tuesdays at 1 p.m.
Yep.
You're excited for the weekly reset to see the next part of this story. I think it's a great approach.
It's genius. It keeps you engaged week to week versus games. I mean, that was one of my questions I was going to ask you in the interview, is whether you wanted to get it all at once. I kind of felt after the first, it was usually the DLC dropped and usually unfolded for 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. And then that was it. They just left you hanging. It's like, all right, I guess go do Strikes and Gambit and whatever else. But the story's over. I was always let down by that. I love that they're stretching out the story throughout the season. Now, at a certain point, they'll cut it short of the season for the people who need to catch up. They need to leave a few weeks at the end. But I wonder if this season, going into season 15, if they're going to go right up to the wire. What do you guys think with the story?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
No. I mean, we only have, 4 weeks left, according to the Triumph.
Is it really that quick?
No,
yeah.
No, it goes until...
It's August.
Well,
yeah.
No, I'm talking about the story content.
Oh, okay. So 4 more weeks of story, you think?
Yeah, I think it's like 3 or 4 more.
Okay. So then it'll repeat itself, basically. It'll just re-rotate.
Yeah.
Like reruns on a TV show. Yeah. Or it gives people time to catch up. Yeah. I don't know. All I know is I do love the seasonal model. Some people who probably don't like to grind and get it all done, maybe play other games. And the fact that Bungie makes us keep coming back every week takes away from that other game that they're trying to play. So I don't know. I mean, this is the only game I really play. And when Battlefield comes out, I'm going to have to figure out how to, Battlefield 2042, I'm going to have to figure out how to split. I'll probably have Battlefield nights and Destiny nights. I'll probably just have to split up my week. Probably have to schedule it. They're totally different games, though, so. But Battlefield's going to have season passes, too. Last about 9 weeks. Everyone's going to that live service model, so.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, but I don't.
Well, I'm not going to be hitting rank 300 at the end of every season, that's for sure. But I will get my 100. I will break my season pass because I paid for it. So I'll at least do that. It doesn't take much to break 100. Just dedicated weekly time. And if Destiny keeps cranking out story, I'll be there.
Well, out of curiosity, where are we all at on the season pass?
Go ahead.
And
361.
Nice.
Let's see. I am at. I'm looking for the LarMan Kentucky Rankathon. I am currently at 167.5.
Right. I am almost done with level 56.
Wow. Well, all right. You'll be done. You'll have 100 done.
Yep, you're on pace.
I'm not worried at all. I mean, I've got, according to this, 74 days and 11 hours left.
Yeah, this is a long season because they had to stretch it out because we're extending the.
I mean, I'm not at all worried. I mean, last season I finished it the day before
right
season 14 came out. So
right.
And I don't have a lot of leeway there. So you said 74 days?
Yeah.
You gotta extrapolate that out.
10 levels. I remember that there was 109 days in the season.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, if I made sure I did 10 levels a day,
right,
I could have 9 days that if I didn't touch the game at all for 9 days, you know what I'm saying? I could take 9 breaks, 9 days, as long as I did 10 a day.
Hmm.
So you're saying 74 days, that's 1,100. So I only have at the rate I'm going, I only have a 100 level cushion.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Which is 10 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be so stocked up for next season, I don't think.
Do we need to just cut the show right now?
He's got shit to do.
Sorry, man, we're taking you away from your grind. I've got one from Uncle Scumdeath here. It's a great question. He says, I'm just watching the first episode of Top Gear's new series that's just been released in the UK. Not jealous. And they are driving around in cars that their parents owned years ago. So my question is, what car that your parents owned gives you the most memories? And what is one of those memories? Love the show, my dudes. Great question. Larry, you got a car your parents used to own?
Oh, I do. Probably about a year, probably about a year ago, I was just driving someplace around home here and going down a side street. And there was I don't know the year, but it was probably late 70s, maybe probably late 70s. Ford LTD.
Yeah, those are the years.
Country Squire station wagon.
Yes. With the
it's got the wood. Got the wood paneling on the side. White. I mean, a big ass car.
Yeah.
A white station wagon with fake wood paneling down the side, just parked on the side of the road. And I stopped and I took a picture of it because that's what Mom had for, I don't know how many years. And it was just crazy that here was this 30-ish year old Ford LTD Country Squire station wagon parked there. And, the story that goes to that, my father's parents, my grandparents, lived in Pennsylvania about 2 hours from where we lived in New York. And it was mom and dad. I have 2 brothers and a sister and me. So, of course, mom and dad are in the front seat. Archie's Gatr in the middle seat. I'm in the very back of the cargo area of the station wagon. And the suitcases and everything are lined up at the back of the car. So I've got I don't even know if it was probably 2 foot wide area directly behind the back seat that goes, side to side in the car.
Right.
That I sit and lay down in. We go down to Grammy's, we visit. Visit's over. We're leaving. And at the last minute, I realize, oh damn, I didn't go to the bathroom. So I run into the bathroom. I'm, I don't even know, 7 or 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I run into the bathroom. I come out of the bathroom and Grammy and Grampy are in the kitchen, and I walk into the kitchen, and the looks on both of their faces like, what? And I go running out, and I'm, bye Grammy, bye Grampy, and I go running out the door to go get in the car.
Right.
They had already left.
And there's no cell phones back then.
No.
How far did they have to drive to get home?
They got about 5 minutes down the road.
Oh, wow.
Before my sister said, where's Larry?
Oh, you lucked out. An extended stay at Grandma's.
They turned around and came back.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
That's great.
Sorry for the long story.
No, my grandparents had a very similar vehicle. And I remember those side-to-side seats in the back. They were crazy. Hazel, you got an old parents' car, you remember? Memory?
I mean, they had 2. One of them was a big wagon like that.
Mm-hmm.
It had a clamshell in the back, so it would it was like electronic or something like that, motorized, where basically it was like the back would just like separate and like roll up into the top and the bottom. I have no idea what the hell it is. I tried looking it up. I have no idea. But
Really? Okay.
My mom, she had her favorite car. It was a Pacer. So this was just this AMC Pacer, just this little ass, like a Ford Fiesta, only smaller.
Think fishbowl.
Yeah. And she loved this car so much. I think like last time we talked about it, she had like 300,000 miles on this thing.
Mm.
And it just died. I remember I was in the car with my parents and they were just like, it just died. And my parents just like kind of like pushed off to the side of the road. And then they just left it. They were just like, it's no big deal. Let's get our stuff. Let's go. And then my mom got a new car like a couple days later. So
I mean, sometimes that's what you got to do. I mean, take the tag off of it and push it into the thing. Hell, the way they track cars now, you can't do that anymore. But
yeah, no.
Oh my God. My parents had so many cars when I was young growing up. They had a 70 Le Mans 4-door with an olive green one. They had a 83 Grand Prix. Remember those, Larry? They had the short 4.1 Cadillac DeVille. Remember the front wheel drive ones they came out with in like I think it was the late 80s? I remember going to prom in that car. I felt so special. It hauled ass, by the way. Okay, favorite memory. I would say I'll go back to the 70 Le Mans. They were in a certain part of town looking for homes, and they would park out in the parking lot. They would go in and look at the sample homes. But they wanted us to wait in the car. And back then, it was no big deal to wait in the car. In fact, that's what you did. My brother was in the back seat. I was in the back seat. My sister was in the somewhere back there too. And my brother, of course, we always dared each other to do stuff, and he says, "I dare you to pull that lever," and it was a column, automatic column. I says, "All right, I'll do it." I got in the front seat, shifted it into neutral, it rolled down and slammed into a tree. So I got so many times. I got in trouble so many times as a kid. We were so bad. I don't know how our parents didn't just kill us. But yeah, 70 Le Mans, pea green, ugliest green ever. And I was kind of glad I bumped it into a tree. I was hoping to get something else. But my parents used to have a Vega. Oh, man. The beach trips on that thing. Anyway, I can go on forever. Good question, though, man. Great question, Uncle Scumdeath. What do you say, Hazel? Couple more? One each?
Yeah, let's do one each.
All right.
Let's see here. Okay. Let's go with this. Jealous the Kid.
Okay.
Question for the show. It's time to go back. D1 Rise of Iron, D1 The Taken King, D1 House of Wolves, D1 Vanilla. If you could go back and experience it for the first time, which would you choose?
Good question. I think I got my answer. What do you got, Larry? Rise of Iron, The Taken King, House of Wolves, or Vanilla?
Well, I do not want to go back to when the only way to get spin metal was to run around the EDZ opening chests.
You mean the Cosmodrome?
Cosmodrome, yes.
I did that so much. Oh my God.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it was a loop, right? I mean, you would literally get a group of guys together.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You had it in memory, and you just ran around in a loop. I mean, the same way every single time. And
Mars was the worst.
I would not want to go back to that. So
okay.
if they made the change during any one of those DLCs that you mentioned then, or years, then that would be the year I would go back to.
Okay. Okay, you asked the question. I will say Taken King, because that was a turning point for me in Destiny 1. It was when they went to the new light system. They got away from the Forever 29. You had to run VOG to get that gear that never dropped. You'd always get raw materials that you would curse at every time you got them out of a chest. I can't remember the name of those materials, but I love that the Taken King, all of a sudden you had so many ways that you were trying to increase your light level. That was when they really got their hooks in me. And Destiny was Taken King. And of course, my God, the Dreadnought. What a gorgeous place to visit. And the story, fantastic. Chef's kiss. Great story. It's one of the top stories for me. Trying to battle Oryx and stuff. Great. And then the raid, of course. Hazel?
Sure as shit would not be House of Wolves.
No. No.
Sorry. I spent
Wait a minute,
way too much.
You mean you don't want to buzz around and go in and out of the instances so you can get a gold key?
From the damn chest.
Hey, those were fun, man.
They were fun runs, but I mean, you had to kill. Those bosses were not easy to kill, man. If you didn't have a group there to help you, you're screwed.
No, man, I'm thinking about what was it? The fucking Prison of Elders, man. Skolas's bitch ass.
Oh God, yeah.
That guy was a prick.
Yeah, he was.
So, yeah. Nope, not that one for sure. And not Rise of Iron either. While I appreciate what they did in Rise of Iron, I can't say that just because I don't know. I knew it was the end, so I just didn't want to go with it.
Yeah, and that's when they had the artifact system. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I don't know if I could experience it all. I mean, Probably say the Taken King too.
I was gonna say I probably took the best answer. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, it's a good answer though.
So many great memories from Taken King. It was like Forsaken. That's why I always compare the two, and that's why I actually got it in our speed run. Taken King or Forsaken. Because they're so identical as far as they were the turning point for Destiny, where they went a whole other direction. And it just quality of life, everything just shot up through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wonder if you could take, how great would it be if they could take the system as it is now, the player system or whatever the word is, the bounties and the artifact and the power leveling up and all that. If they took all of that and they could go all the way back to the beginning and you could play back through all the old game, but in the new system. How wonderful would that be?
Yeah.
That would be glorious. I'd love to do that.
Oh, God, it'd be incredible.
All right. I got a really good one to close out here. Sneaky Snake, you got good questions, dude. You got a lot of them in here, too, so we'll get them eventually, dude. But this is from the Sneakiest Snake. Well done, sir, with this week's change. Question for the show. If you could go back and say one thing to your younger self, what would you say and why?
I would say to myself, you may think they're crazy right now, but your mother and father really do know what they're talking about.
Damn straight.
So just shut up, listen to what they have to say, weigh it, and then make your own decision. But at least listen to what they have to say.
Yeah, good answer. Hazel, what would you say to your younger self?
Just stay the course.
Head down?
Yeah. Just keep doing it. It'll all work out in the end. You're going to be just fine.
I was a very nervous kid when I was younger, so I would tell myself, listen, man, quit worrying about every little thing, because in the long run, they don't mean nothing. Quit worrying about the smallest little things. It's all going to be fine. Life moves on, and however much you worried about this and that, you won't even remember it in 10 years. Yeah, great question. Great question.
Yep.
That's a great way to end it. Thank you, Larry, for participating tonight.
You're welcome. I'm glad to have been here.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. Well, thank you all, community. Thank you very much. Our new faces, too. Don't be shy, guys. Throw the questions in there. If you got a question you think of, just throw it in the podcast questions, or even better, go to speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast and leave us a voicemail. We love listening to those, by the way. And not taking away from our Discord questions, but it's nice to hear people, in person talking about or asking their questions. So thank you for that very much. And we have one more segment before we end the show tonight, and Mr. Elmer Fudd is going to explain it right after this.
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah, Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
Thank you, Mr. Fudd. Well, this is the final segment of our show, folks. This is where we pick our songs for our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. It's just a sample of what the two of us and our guest here like to listen to, and we invite you to listen to it as well. Just search for Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify, and we also have the links in our show descriptions for iTunes as well, for all the Apple guys and gals out there. I'll post, like I said, I put the links in our show description. We now have 695 songs, 49 hours and 51 minutes of music representing all of us and all of our past guests for almost 2 years now. So this is an amazing list we're getting built up here. Good luck getting through it all, though, but just hit that random. Just randomize it. Get surprised what you're going to listen to. It's really cool. I do post some stuff in our music and TV channel about our picks, Usually some videos and stuff from YouTube. Haven't been doing it lately. I've just been a little busy, but I'll start adding some stuff there again. Mr. LarManKY, let's start with you, man. What did you pick for your 2 songs tonight, and why?
Okay. Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison.
Good song.
Great song.
Love of my life, Brown Eyed Girl, and that was a song that I used to come on, and she would know that it was special. And
Very
then
cool.
Whitney Houston's rendition of the national anthem, Star Spangled Banner, back at the '91 Super Bowl. I'll try to keep it the story as short as I can, but make a point.
Sure.
It was '91. I was in the Marine Corps. I was stationed in the country of Panama, near the Panama Canal. Super Bowl was a week or two, someplace in between, 10, 12 days after the first Gulf War started. So, again, I'm in the military, and this major military event is happening. And there had been 2 different times in those days when they had come to me and said, or called me to the company office, and I was informed, pack your stuff, get your rifle out of the armory, be ready to go, because there's a chance that you're going from here up to Lejeune or Pendleton, and you're going to be dispatched. You're going to have orders, and you're going to go do the war. Neither time did it play out. I ended up staying in Panama. I was in special intelligence communications, and the mission that we were doing there, if they had pulled me, we would have been short on that mission. They couldn't do that. So I ended up not going. But at the time of the Super Bowl, when she came out and she sang, it was a stressful, traumatic, more than half of me was thinking, this is my job. This is what I signed up for. This is my purpose. This is what I've trained for. If I go, good. Another part of me is thinking, man, I don't really want to go into a war zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she comes out and she sings, but it was an unsettling time. And then she came out. That rendition of that she sings is just, incredible. And I actually remember sitting in my barracks room watching it, and maybe not bawling like a baby, but I cried. And it was big part of it was a sense of relief that I was doing. If I went, it was a good thing. It was the right thing. And it put me at a point where I was at ease with the idea that if I went, it was okay.
Right.
Anyhow, so that song, that rendition anyway, I'll actually pull that up and I'll play it anytime my life is, turned upside down and I need some comfort, I guess.
Sure.
That's the song I go to.
Yeah, great story, man.
Wow.
That's the first Star Spangled Banner we got in our playlist. I did listen to it.
Yeah.
Good.
That
was a good one, man. Yeah, it was a good one.
I don't know what's going on. I think my wife's cutting onions or something upstairs. I don't know what's going on. It's the fucking weirdest thing. I'm gonna have to yell.
Every time I hear the Star Spangled Banner and it's sung and the planes fly over, I shed a tear every time. I'm so prideful and so proud to be an American. I'm sure, Canadians and the Germans and the French, they all have, I'm sure, feel the same way about their country as well. England. I mean, it's just a national pride thing. And, yeah, dude, I hear you. I hear you, man. Great story. Thanks for that explanation. I love how music can just throw us back to a time in our life. And instantly, just like that, our brain connects. That's what I love about music. Whew. All right. Well, follow that up, Hazel. I like music.
Yeah.
It was my favorite stuff. I'm out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you guys know what to expect from me. So this one here is actually, I didn't know that. I mean, I've heard of the song just because it's really popular and things like that. But Chubby Wizard messaged me and was like, hey, he's like, I noticed, that you picked these bands, or like you mentioned this artist and things like that about the rap music that we talked about before. And he's like, I recommend Run the Jewels. So I was just like, okay, well, let me check them out. Because I know that, we've had Flip and I want to say H as well. Talked about him. So
not to mention Potato Thumbs podcast did a whole podcast on him, one of their albums. Oh yeah. Those, yeah, I think I heard something about that. Anyway,
but so yeah, my first song is by them. It is it's them and actually DJ Shadow. It's Nobody Speak, and I guarantee you, like, you've heard the song before. So,
all right, cool.
Yeah. And then my next song is Go Flex by Post Malone. I got into a rap mood and started listening to it, and I was like, I miss fucking Post Malone. And so, yeah, there we go.
I heard him the other day. He's rubbing off on me a little bit. I'm not a big rap guy, but I like his music. Okay, my first song choice is from a musical project by a Dutch songwriter, singer, musician, record producer. I'm going to butcher this name. Arjen Anthony Lucassen. He's from Walwick in the southern part of the Netherlands. Hey, Roger, if you listen. He's one of my buddies from there. His music is described as progressive rock, obviously. I mean, come on. Progressive metal. Yeah, power metal. It's sometimes combined with genres such as folk, electronica, experimental, classical music even. And the majority of these albums are dubbed rock operas, or metal operas, I guess you could say, because the albums contain complex storylines featuring a host of characters, usually with each one being represented by a unique vocalist. Now, these unique vocalists he picks for each of these songs in the albums, let me tell you, they range anywhere from Devin Townsend to Dee Snider from Twisted Sister. I counted over 80 different artists that he uses in all his albums so far. That's just amazing. And a lot of these people you've heard of from various groups. But they all take place in this fictional science fiction universe. So my song choice tonight is from the album 010110001, which is the binary representation of the ASC2 value for the letter Y. It's the song Comatose by the group/project Arion. Check out the entire album, by the way. It's really cool stuff. Really, really cool music to listen to. For my second pick, as requested by Mr. Sin Media from the Guardian Hub podcast, I chose a song from one of my top 10 all-time rock bands, and incidentally, the name of last week's Expunge mission. I was getting ready for fishing, so I didn't have a chance to run it. You didn't hear me talk about it in last week's show. But I chose a song from this group that formed in 1972 in Chicago, Illinois, that rocked the world in the 70s, into the 80s, and the 90s, and even today. The song is from a very fitting album, I should say. Kilroy Was Here from 1983, which was a thematic opera about a man becoming more of a machine in the new world of technology. It's the song Just Get Through This Night, which is not one of their more well-known songs, but I love this band. And this is one of my favorite songs from that album. And it is the iconic band Styx, Styx, which incidentally was the name of last week's encounter. Sin, I thought of this very thing, by the way, when I saw the name of the encounter. So there you go, man. I was a 16-year-old freshman in high school when I first heard this album. I was a band geek that also played football. Man, good friends, good music, good times. Great album. One of my top bands of all time. As requested, Mrs. Gator's chosen a song for this week. She says, first of all, I dedicate this song to my favorite flavor of Italian ice that our local place is always out of. This is true. Sad. And second, for all you moms and dads out there with kids in elementary school, can't you just see the ORFF ensemble playing this badly but adorably on stage for the year-end concert? So I chose Horchata from Vampire Weekend from the album Contra. Yes, I know Hazel. She has better musical taste than me. I know. Guys, that's a wrap. Another episode in our collection. For our listeners out there, we have 98 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community. So take a look at those if you're just finding out about us. We have them all at our website, guardiandowncast.com. All listed right there for you. You can play them at any time, in any order. So thank you for that. But do us a favor, though. Spread the word out there. Hit that share button, whatever podcast app you're using. Like I said, I'm old and not really in the groove on stuff. So spreading the word is kind of how we grow out there. So as much as Hazel tries to promote us, I usually sabotage it. Leave us a review also if you like. We'd appreciate that very much, especially on iTunes. We just appreciate everything you guys do out there for us. So we hope that we kind of put a little smile on your face while you're out there in life in general, right? So Mr. LarManKY, thank you, brother, for coming on tonight. It's been a long time coming. Let's just leave it at that. But is there anywhere people can find out about you? Do you want to leave anything for anybody to where they can look you up or maybe friend request you or anything like that?
No, there's no.
I know. I looked at your social profile. It's almost a little bit worse than mine, but not much.
I scroll Twitter, but I never tweet. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have a Spotify. I have a YouTube, but I never post. No, I'm just, if you see me on PlayStation Network, LarMan_KY.
That's him. Thank you again, man. That was a great interview tonight. Great show. I've kind of been looking forward to this all week. So I thought fishing would top my week. I think this beat it. So thanks, man. Hazel.
Thank you, guys.
How can everybody find you, buddy?
Hazel NT. Anywhere and everywhere.
You can find me on Twitter at Todd the Gator. Remember, that's Gatr. You can also find me on Steam and PS4 as Gator, all caps, Gatr _ in between. I'm on YouTube as well, Gator-Guardian Downcast, all one word, where we also post our audio episodes. It's not going to be like a video. You'll just see a static, image there. But we did want to make it available on YouTube in case you listen that way. You can find us, like I said, on whatever podcast catcher out there you listen to, or just go to guardiandowncast.com, where all of our details are there. If you want to reach out and talk to us, that would be great. And like I said, Hazel, I'll try to give you a few pictures, fishing trip pictures, and that four-horn rhinoceros beetle. I'll try to get that to you. We can throw that in our Instagram as well, which is Guardian_Down_Cast. All right, we can't leave, guys, without a Scum Death's Corner. So here we go.
Hello, Scumdev here. Destiny is annoying. Right, okay. I was like, I'm playing Destiny now. Europa Challenges 2. Complete all of the Empire Hunt quest. Okay, unlocks a weekly Empire Hunt challenge, the Technocrat, the Warrior, the Dark Priestess. Right, okay. I've tracked it, and then I will go to the director, to the destinations. Where is it? Yeah, obviously, right, go to Europa. Right, where is my tracked mission? It's not there. I don't play this game very often. Where is it? There should be a green shield from where I'm supposed to go. Where do I go? Tell you what, this game is starting to be really annoying. I put it on because I really want to get into it, but now it just seems annoying. If you play like The Witcher 3 or Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you put a marker, you put a tracker on the map, and it shows you where you're supposed to go. This says, "Oh, put a marker here, put a tracker." It doesn't even tell you when you're on the fucking planet. And I'll tell you what, this game is becoming rather annoying for me. So I think I'm going to turn it off and play something else. If anyone can give me any advice on this, it'd be, well, I'd enjoy it. Thank you. Oh, turn it off.
Thank you, Uncle Scumdeath. Hey, you heard him, Discord. Help him out. He's struggling on Europa right now. Any advice, guys, while he might be listening about Europa and?
I think the emblem's just a different. I think the emblem's just a different color on those. I think it's instead of the green kind of color, it's a blue.
Right.
Yeah. It's just a different emblem, different color.
He's been trying to track it, yeah.
Than what he's looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say just partner up with somebody, Scumdeath, and then we'll get you. We got you, bud.
Dude, yeah. Jump on PlayStation. Let us know when you're coming on. I know you're 5 hours away. I get it. But let someone know, man. Our clan is slap full of people now, man. So PlayStation's pretty heavy. Our Xbox side is growing, and we all have obviously people on PC as well. But if I remember correctly, you play on PlayStation. So yeah, man, just look for people, and don't be afraid to ask, man. Just ask us. Say, hey, I'm stuck on Europa. What the hell am I supposed to be doing here? He's a little bit behind most of us, but he's still in the realm.
But hey, at least he has a waypoint that we didn't have when we were doing the shit.
That's very true. We didn't have that northern waypoint. We had to frickin' run through the whole map to get to those areas. So yeah, that's much better. It's much better. Hey everybody, continue to be safe out there, and more importantly, take care of one another.
Guardians are measured by their ability to come back from defeat. So stand. Fight!
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
It toddled.
Good night.
Short and sweet.
I like it.
That's the way Larry is, man. Hey, man, thanks. That was fun. That was a lot of fun tonight. I had a good time.
Yes, this has been fun.
Did you got a good, probably a good 2+ hour break from using your hands. So you should be able to use that controller now. So let's get back to work.
Get busy again. Boys and girls, this segment is called the Speed Run. This is where we have a database of over 250 randomly asked questions, and Larry, I just burped.
Classy.
I'm clicking that. I'm clipping that.